The wild winds howl, and the rain pours down. Standing at the cliff's edge, I swallow a mouthful of copper-tasting blood, staring fixedly ahead. 3 Foundation establishment monks clad in blood-red robes surround me in a zigzag formation. Their killing intent has almost solidified. Wenwu, hand over the item in your hand, or else we'll leave you a corpse. I ignore them and slowly open my left hand, covered in mud and blood. In the depths of my palm lies a dragon-eye-sized elixir. In the southern domain cultivation realm, such a treasure exists only in legends. 9 markings. This is impossible. You're just an ordinary cultivator. How could you refine such an artifact? Who said I refined it? Without hesitation, I toss this fearless spirit pill into my mouth. The elixir melts instantly. Spiritual power explodes within me. Foundations for thunderclouds gather. Calamity descends. Ha 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 ha. I tightly clutch the gourd in my arms, feeling the newborn power. But that is a story for 30 years later. 30 years ago, I couldn't even afford the worst condensation pill, let alone swallow a peerless spirit pill like that. But I am neither. My name is Manhua Warrior. I was the most unremarkable of the 3,000 outer disciples of Ling. At 15, my 5 elements were tested barely acceptable, and I was assigned to the spirit herb garden halfway up the cultivation world is cruel and heartless. With no talent and no background, I had to collect water to irrigate the grass before one stop of every day. I had to hand over 50 spirit stones every month. The rest were my rations and resources for 3 years of hard work. What are you dawdling for? Stop hauling water. You won't be able to use the Lingyu technique today. I'm coming. I'm currently only at the peak of my training. It took 3 years to step here from being immortal. Slow cultivation brings despair. If you can't break through to the second layer by the end of the year, you'll be kicked down the mountain and become immortal again. I have seen immortality. Falling back to the human world is more terrifying than death. Under the cover of darkness, I went to the edge of the soul-breaking forest to pick wild bitter leaf. This grass has little value, but chewing it on my shoulders can relieve the soreness caused by hauling water. The soul-breaking forest is a forbidden zone. High-level demons. I only dared to linger at the edge. I was bending over to pull grass. I smelled a thick scent of blood, and I grew nervous. Instinctively, and held my breath down. In the world of cultivation, curiosity is quickly worn away. I waited for half an hour. The surroundings were motionless, save for the cawing of crows. I plucked up my courage, crawled toward the scent of blood, parted the bushes, and saw 2 corpses. A middle-aged man in black, his chest blown open. A gaunt old man. A broken sword stuck in his neck, clearly a brutal killing. Both died simultaneously. My heart pounded. This is definitely a treasure of ill omen. My first reaction was to run. But I touched my empty storage bag, thinking of the year-end assessment. I gritted my teeth and leaned over. Pardon me, seniors. You're dead anyway. And this might be a gain for me. As I spoke, I skillfully searched them. Unfortunately, the man in black storage bag was torn, and the old Taoist didn't even have one. Poor as a church mouse. Sigh, I sighed, cursing my luck while terrified. Just as I stood up, I glimpsed something clutched in the old man's stiff hand. I pried his fingers open. It was palm-sized, shaped like a gourd, neither metal nor wood. Gray, with pits on the surface. It looked like a low-quality gourd worth a few copper coins at a mortal market. I picked it up and shook it. There was a rustling inside, as if it contained small granules. On instinct, I tucked the gourd into my robes, quickly covered the bloodstains with mud, and ran out of the soul-breaking forest without looking back. That was me, completely unaware of what fate this unremarkable gourd would bring. It would completely change the destiny of a low-level mortal. Back in my leaky wooden hut, as the sky darkened, I immediately locked the door, leaning against the post of the worn wooden table. Back to the wall, gasping for breath, my back was drenched in cold sweat. Low-level cultivators. Our lives are cheaper than grass. If anyone saw me touching a dead man's things, any outer disciple could crush me. The treasure lay quietly in the dark for a long time. Once my heartbeat calmed, I carefully took out the gourd. I couldn't afford a lamp. I could only gaze at it by the moonlight streaming through the broken window. A gift of life, neither gold nor jade. Touching the smooth gray stone, its edges were sharp. It was incredibly light. I sensed a trace of spiritual power, but it was like a stone dropped into the ocean. No ripples, no aura. This thing wouldn't even count as the lowest grade Dharma tool. Could it be a mortal's wine flask? But the old man had clutched it so tightly. It didn't make sense. No immortal aura, no medicinal fragrance. Instead, a pungent burnt smell filled my nose, like boiling dregs. It fell into my palm, rustling as 3 black pills rolled out. Taking a closer look, my heart sank completely. These were failed waste pills. Useless, full of charcoal residue. If a cultivator swallowed this light, their meridians would surely clog. He'd die on the spot. No wonder the poor wretch had no storage. He was a rogue cultivator obsessed with alchemy, holding nothing but deadly poison. I was about to toss the gourd aside. What a strange turn. The moon was round tonight, and a beam of moonlight fell. The moment it touched the moonlight, an extremely faint glow appeared on the grey gourd's surface. If the night hadn't been so dark, I wouldn't have seen it at all. I rubbed my eyes and looked closely. The moonlight had actually turned into a silver thread, slowly boring into the rough gourd wall. As the moonlight infused it, it felt a bit warmer. It was absorbing moonlight. I was stunned. It could spontaneously absorb the essence of heaven and earth. An astounding treasure, fingers trembling. A wild thought flashed. This gourd absorbs moonlight. What for? I looked at the scorched pills, then at the gourd bathed in moonlight. I carefully put the pills back into the gourd's mouth. Didn't put away the tightly stoppered dry wood, but placed it where the moonlight was brightest. That night, I neither practiced nor slept. I stared at it like a clay statue, not daring to blink, until the sky grew pale, and the moon faded. The glow on the gourd's surface vanished completely. It turned back into roadside trash no one would look at. My hands shaking, I pulled the dry wood plug again. The moment I pulled the plug, I held my breath, fearing the smell of scorched pills and fire poison. But there was nothing. Silence filled the room, replaced by a faint, delicate fragrance, with the purity of plants. Inhaling it into my lungs, the fatigue from staying up all night dissipated slightly, and emptied the gourd into my palm. I stared at the 3 pills, and my breathing instantly quickened. The dull, lightless failed pills were gone. Lying in my hand now were 3 pills, entirely pale green, with a smooth surface and even a faint luster. I had seen this kind of pill at the Qingmu sect outer market. It was a condensation cultivators in the early stages of qi refinement, the most basic and common medicinal pill. 1 low-grade condensation pill could sell for 3 low-grade spirit stones. In a month at Linglong, I could only save up a few low-level spirit stones were definitely a fortune. But what shocked me more was that the 3 pills in my hand were consistent in color, without a single blemish. These were definitely not ordinary low-grade pills. They were at least mid-grade or even high-grade quality. This grey gourd can purify waste pills. A wild idea exploded in my mind, making my scalp tingle. No wonder that gaunt old man was a freelancer. How dare you carry so many deadly waste pills? He must have obtained it by chance, discovered its secret, and was preparing to absorb moonlight to turn waste into treasure. Unfortunately, he didn't live to enjoy the chance, dying instead in the soul-breaking forest. In the end, for me, this is a total windfall. I trembled with excitement. But after all, I've struggled at the bottom for 3 years. Linglong understood that this time, the more the better, but don't get carried away. The cultivation world is full of schemes. What if these only look like condensation pills, but actually contain fire poison? If eaten, they could rot the stomach. Carefully, I pulled a rusty bone knife from under the bed, and lightly scraped a bit of powder from the surface of a pale green pill. I dipped my fingertip in it and cautiously put it in my mouth. Boom! Though only a tiny pinch of powder. The moment it entered my mouth, it turned into a pure, gentle heat, flowing straight to my dantian. No burning sensation from fire poison, a pure, unstagnated clarity, only pure spiritual power. My usual nights of hard cultivation, absorbing the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, couldn't compare to the purity of this tiny bit of powder. It's real, it's a grey gourd. Truly, it absorbs moonlight, refines deadly waste pills, and distills them into high-quality medicine. Clutching these 3 condensation pills, my heart felt a bit sour. I worked in this herb garden for 3 years, like an old ox. Exhausted, mocked, and looked down because of my mixed spirit roots. My absorption of spiritual energy was 10 times slower than ever is coming. If I don't cultivate 1 more layer, I'll be completely swept out. But it's different now. With these 3 mid to high-grade condensation pills, I am absolutely certain I can break through the bottleneck of the 2nd layer of qi refinement. So I took a deep breath, suppressing the wild joy in my heart. Daylight had broken. I put the 3 condensation pills into a jade bottle and kept it close. At this moment, there was no turning back. If I didn't water the snake grass today, it would surely attract the steward's attention. A bottom-tier Linglong worker suddenly closing shop would be unusual. This is my only chance at survival. As usual, I put on my mud-stained clothes, picked up the bucket, and pushed open the hut's worn wooden door. Yo, Wenwu, up early today. How did you know? Preparing to do more for the sect before the end of the year. Brother Wang joked that I was a fool. Only a foolish bird needs to fly early. He snorted. Ignore me. He turned to tend to his pills. Head down, he didn't even notice me. The numbness and despair of the past were gone from my eyes, replaced by ambition and passion. Just get through today. Swallow a condensation pill tonight. Assault the 2nd layer of today's refinement. Felt longer than any day in the past 3 years. hauling water, pulling weeds, release that warm spirit and feeling. Usually when doing these chores, I felt only numbness and despair for the future. But today, it felt as if a fire was lit in my chest. Finally, darkness fell. I declined invitations from several acquaintances. Invited me to the west side for a bath. Long. I almost ran back to my dilapidated hut. Closed the door. All at once. I set it on the wooden table, then sat cross-legged on the hardwood bed. I forced myself to take a few deep breaths until my heart stopped racing. Careful now. From my robes, I took out the jade bottle with the 3 condensation pills, pulled the plug, and poured out 1 pale green pill. A faint herbal scent entered my nose again, lifting my spirits. Success or failure is at hand. I hesitate no longer. Head held high, I swallowed the mid to high-grade pill. The pill melted instantly. No need to chew. It turned into a warm essence, sliding down my throat into my stomach. Seemed to explode in my mind. Sound. A massive yet distinct spiritual power, like a flood breaking a dam, surged from my dantian. I was startled, closing my eyes. I meditated on the introductory technique, the Qingmu art, desperately guiding the spiritual power, circulating it through my meridians. My mixed 5-element pseudo-spirit root usually absorbed spiritual energy, like pouring sand through a funnel, hard to accumulate. However, at this moment, the spiritual power from the pill was incomparably pure, with almost no need for refining, spontaneously merged into my meridians. Spiritual power poured in, cycle after cycle. Though a tearing pain came from my meridians by an indescribable sense of comfort, I gritted my teeth and bore it in silence. Sweat soaked my rough linen shirt. I don't know how long passed, but the surging spiritual power finally gathered into a torrent, rushing toward the path that had blocked me for 3 years. The invisible barrier met the final impact. Crack. A crisp sound only I could hear, as if some shackle was completely shattered. The once narrow and dry meridians instantly widened by more than double. Spiritual power far stronger than before flowed smoothly through my body. At the second layer of chi refinement, I snapped my eyes open. The dim hut actually became clearer in my vision. I could even hear autumn insects chirping in the grass 10 meters outside the house. A surge of strength filled my body. I clenched my fist, feeling it. 1 punch would be enough to kill a mortal tiger. Before I could fully savor the joy of breakthrough, suddenly, my stomach made a strange noise, followed by a nauseating fishy smell. It seeped out from within me. I looked down, under the moonlight, and found that on the surface of my skin, a layer of black, viscous sludge had emerged. This is the discharge of toxins accumulated in the body after a breakthrough. Holding my nose, I quickly pushed open the door, and ran to the well behind the house. 3 buckets of icy well water poured from head to toe, washing away the grime. The cold water stimulated my skin. I looked up at the bright moon in the night sky, and my mouth finally curled into an uncontrollable smile. After 3 years, I finally crossed this hurdle. As long as I reach the second layer of I can pass the year insect assessment. No more worrying about being chased down the mountain as a mortal. Returning to the room, I looked at the 2 remaining pills in the jade bottle, touched the gray gourd hidden at my side, and my gaze grew deep. And this is just the beginning. The secret of the gourd cannot be leaked, but I need more waste pills to sustain. The 3,000 outer disciples of the Qingmu sect, 1 a month. I plan to go to the Qingyun market city at the foot of the mountain to try my luck. Items like waste pills definitely won't be sold in regular shops. I can only try my luck at the rogue cultivator stalls in the black market, but I'm just a low-level worker. If I go buying waste pills with great fanfare, it will surely arouse suspicion. In the world of cultivation, that suspicion is enough to cost me my life. It seems I must prepare a disguise. I stroked my chin. I planned in secret, arriving outside the Qingmu gate 5 days later, on the monthly rest day. I didn't want to go catch spirit fish and sacrifice like the other workers. Consequently, the door had long been locked. I picked up some black ash from under the stove, and blackened my face and neck. I dug out a worn black cotton robe used for winter. The robe was large enough, with a wide hood attached, making me look bloated. No one could tell my build or age. In this place called Cultivation, there is too much killing for treasure. Until I have enough money for my own insurance, I'd rather be a rat in the sewers. Qingyun Market is in a valley 30 li from the foot of the mountain. Aside from the bustling commercial streets, deep in the most remote alley of the city, there is a ghost market that only operates from night until midnight. Don't ask about origins there. There are no identities. Business depends entirely on vision and courage. As the sky darkened, I lowered my hood and followed a few stragglers. Mixed among them, there were no bright moonstones here. Only a few faint lighting up occasionally along the road. The monks at the stalls on both sides were mostly in black masks, with no shouting or peddling. Do you prefer direct speech or gestures? The atmosphere was oppressive and suffocating. I clutched the jade bottle tightly, palms sweating. I circled the ghost market 3 times, finally stopping at a corner stall. The stall owner was a burly man in a demon mask. A few damaged Dharma tools were scattered by the waterfall. Along with a sealed black clay jar. The jar was half open, and a familiar, pungent burnt smell wafted out. Failed pills, look at this weight. At least 20 or 30 grams. My heart raced, and I deliberately constricted my throat. Asking in a low, raspy voice. This jar of trash, how much are you selling it for? When practicing chi refinement, the internal heat wasting a whole furnace of chi gathering pills. They still have a bit of medicinal essence. Take the whole thing for 2 low-grade spirit stones. To buy a jar of poison that could kill a man. The stall owner was practically committing robbery. Far from being angry, I was relieved. I was only afraid he wouldn't pay immediately, but instead reached and pulled out a jade bottle containing 2 mid-grade condensation pills. I poured one out into my palm, quickly flashed it in front of the stall owner, then immediately put it back in the bottle. I'm not paying in spirit stones. This condensation pill for your jar of scrap pills, plus a common spellbook. I lowered my voice, pretending impatience. The stall owner's eyes changed instantly. Even with just one glance, the pure spiritual energy and luster of that pill couldn't deceive anyone. In a place like the black market, a pill of this quality could sell for at least 5 low-grade spirit stones, yet it was still worth a fortune. Deal. The stall owner agreed without hesitation. His urgency made me fear he might regret it. He rummaged through his storage bag and tossed me an old, thread-bound book. It contained fragments of fireball and breath-holding techniques. I handed over the pill with one hand, while taking the black clay jar and the old book, clutching them directly to my chest. The moment the trade was completed, I felt a strong sensation that at least 3 pairs of eyes locked onto my back. Flaunting your wealth, even if it's just a single condensation pill, is enough to make desperate, low-level rogue cultivators take a risk. Scalp went numb. I didn't dare stay a moment longer, and turned to leave the ghost market. Once outside the ghost market, I didn't dare return directly to the sect. Instead, I specifically chose the outskirts, a complex terrain of mass graves and dense forests. As I walked, I silently recited the breath control spell I had just traded for, desperately suppressing my breathing and spiritual fluctuations. I was passing through a patch of shrubs, when suddenly, an extremely faint groan came from ahead. I immediately dropped onto a pile of rotting leaves, not even daring to breathe, through the gaps in the bushes. Dozens of paces away, a well-dressed young monk. He had become a rapidly cooling corpse, collapsing to the ground in disbelief. Behind him stood a small figure, with a handful of dripping blood still in hand. I recognized the young monk with a dagger. Just moments ago at the ghost market entrance, he had paid a high price for a high-grade flying sword, and proudly showed it off to his companions. And now, instead, he became a corpse slowly turning cold. I saw the dark shadow skillfully remove the young monk's storage bag, then pour a bottle of corpse-melting water onto the body, accompanied by yellow smoke and a pungent odor. The corpse twitched a few times, turning into a pool of blood, with not even bones remaining. The whole process took less than half a stick of incense. A living person had vanished from the world just like that. I bit my lip hard, not letting myself make a single sound. Cold sweat flowed down my forehead into my eyes. The agony of the slaughter lingered until long after the shadow left. Only then did I dare crawl up from the ground. My legs were heavy as lead, and my stomach was in knots. This is the true world of cultivation. No warmth, no mercy, only the naked law of the jungle. If you aren't strong enough, or if you aren't cautious enough, the next moment, you'll become that pool of blood. I clutched the black clay jar tightly in my arms, and under the cover of night, fled back to the green with sex fields like a ghost. The experience of this night was more intense than my previous 15 years combined. It must have been thrilling, but it was also this night that completely shattered what remained of my illusions about this immortal world. I closed the door, looking at the clay jar full of scrap pills and that gray gourd. My gaze was firmer than ever before. I must become strong. You must survive at all costs. Before you can become strong. The day after returning to the hut at dawn, I carried on as usual, carrying heavy wooden buckets out to fetch water. When Wu, where did you go fooling around last night? Your eyes are dark, like you've been punched. You're walking like you're floating. Seeing your brother Wang joke. I practiced too late last night, rushing to break through, so I didn't sleep well all night. Same old story. I smiled on the surface, but deep down, I thought the spell I had memorized last night, though just a fragment, and extremely crude, was enough to mask my current cultivation level. It disrupted the spiritual energy of my second layer, suppressing refining. On the surface, I appeared to still be at the peak of the first layer. Trash that could be swept out of the sect at any time. As the saying goes, the tall tree and the wind will blow it away. After witnessing that kind of slaughter and the cruelty of plunder in the black market, I understood more than ever the importance of being low-key. By day, I was the most diligent person in the green, an inconspicuous bottom dweller perfecting his craft. I meticulously watered the green snake grass, and when performing the spirit rain spell, I worked harder than ever. To handle the year-end assessment, I deliberately acted like a struggling fool, because only by making yourself look non-threatening and worthless can you survive longer in this cruel cultivation world. At night, this dilapidated hut with closed doors and windows became my exclusive immortal realm. To this end, I paid the price of one mid-grade condensation pill. To me, it was a treasure trove. However, inside were 32 scrap pills from failed refinements. Collect or scatter? Whenever the night was clear, I would place that grey gourd respectfully in the brightest moonlight. That was all. Watching the silver light flicker on its surface, greedily devouring the moon. And then the scorched smells and deadly fire toxin waste were slightly refined, emitting a botanical aroma, turning into mid-grade even high-grade chi gathering pills. Every time I saw this, my heart was filled with an unspeakable sense of security. In the cultivation world, they say talent is everything. That's always the rule. This grey gourd that turns waste into wonder is my lifeline, the ultimate capital to even dare hope for the great Tao. With such an abundance of pills now, my cultivation speed even made me feel afraid, climbing steadily from the early to mid and then late stages of the second layer of chi refining, which had blocked my meridians for 3 years. Activating this pure medicinal power day and night, the barriers had long since become Besides fragile. Improving my cultivation daily, I poured all my remaining time and energy into that old, worn-out spellbook. The fireball technique is a basic 5-element spell in the cultivation world, found in every street stall. But it was my only available means of attack. To avoid drawing any attention, I sneakily slipped into an abandoned mine at the edge of the shattered soul forest every night. When I first started, I could only manifest it. It barely condensed into a bean-sized flame, so weak it couldn't even ignite dry wood. But I wasn't discouraged at all. I already had mediocre talent, and my only reliance was enduring life's hardships. I told myself, if once isn't enough, then practice 10 times. When my internal 10 times isn't enough, I would practice a purified chi gathering pill. After recovering through meditation, this went on until late one night 3 months later. A fist-sized fireball, red, with a hint of deep blue, held as it flew from my palm, carrying a surge of intense heat, and slammed into the rock wall 10 meters away with a muffled, shattering rocks everywhere. Rock wall was hard, blasted into a charred crater by terrifying high temperature, and even the stones at the edge were melted. A small piece of crystal clear glass-like substance was also melted, leaned against the rock wall, staring at my hands, my eyes flickering with uncontrollable excitement. This power definitely exceeds the initial stage of ordinary practice. Fireball. If someone were caught off guard and struck by surprise, even an innocent cultivator of the same level would lose a layer of skin if they didn't die outright. That's how you practice during the day. In the boring, arduous cultivation, day after day and night after night, my cultivation also quietly touched the threshold of the third layer of chi refining. In the blink of an eye, winter arrived, and the cold wind, carrying snow, covered the entire green wood-secked mountain. The annual year-end assessment, which decides the fate and future of countless elite commoners, finally arrived. Heavy snow blocked the mountain, but in the Greenwood Outer Court Plaza, it was crowded despite the gloom. Today is the triennial Outer Court exam, which also determines the rank of us low-level. It's a matter of life and death. The cold wind is biting, and the ice shards sting my face. But colder than the wind is the extremely oppressive atmosphere in the plaza. Wang Danian has passed the second layer of spirit grass cultivation. Li Ergu has not yet broken through the peak of the first layer. Strip him of his status as a laborer and send him down the mountain immediately. Every time I hear the words, "send down the mountain," someone surely lets out a desperate scream, and then is dragged down the mountain like a dog by disciples of the law enforcement call. This remnant cannibalistic cultivation so brutal. At this moment, everything is exposed. Next, Wenwu. As soon as I heard my name called, I quickly took a deep breath. I rubbed my frozen hands hard. Lowering my head, I walked toward the spirit stone. I placed my palm on the cold stone, secretly working to control my breathing, pushing it into the body. I had already touched the thick spiritual power. At the threshold of the third layer deep in my dantian, with just a light nudge, I could release an extremely faint breath. Pushing it along my meridians into the spirit stone, a gray-white light immediately appeared. Not too much, not too little. It got stuck on the scale line, crossing the second layer of chi refining. When Wu barely stepped into the second layer of chi refining, labor affinity. If you pass the test, you are fortunate. Hearing this, I let out a long sigh of relief. Quickly pretending to be a survivor, I gave a grateful smile, bowed to the deacon, and retreated back into the crowd. You sure are lucky. Stepping in dog shit and still breaking through. I just smiled honestly, ignoring him, but in my heart, I sneered. If I really released my third layer cultivation, it would certainly impress the outer court steward. It would surely get my secrets probed inside out, wasting my 5 elements pseudo-spirit. Why practice so fast? I just want to go back to my hut, keep guarding my grey gourd, and live in peace until the end of the world. But who could have imagined? Heavens, what he wants will not be granted. Just after the exam, we laborers who had luckily passed were about to leave with a sigh of relief when, in midair, there was a sudden, piercing sound of breaking air. An inner court disciple was seen stepping on a flying sword, landing heavily on the high platform of the plaza. The elders command the sect to send a new dispatch from the back mountain, a decaying minor secret realm. The edge of the inner valley has grown a large amount of colding grass that the second labor disciples who passed today's exam and outer port disciples below the third layer are to be on standby immediately. You are forced to go to Mist Valley to gather herbs. For 10 days, the plaza fell into a deathly silence, followed by an uncontrollable commotion. Mist Valley? That's a place of absolute evil, shrouded in miasma all year round. That land is not only crawling with venomous insects and beasts, but cultivators from other sects also frequent it, as do those desperate rogue cultivators, letting us laborers, who usually just farm, go there to gather herbs. Isn't this too obvious? Treating us as cannon fodder to clear landmines? Who dares to defy the order? Defiers will have their cultivation crippled. My heart also sank. Despite trying every means to escape elimination in the end, I still couldn't escape the sex calculation. In the eyes of the elders, our lives are probably worth less than a single herb. But I didn't panic at all. In the black market, having witnessed that kind of slaughter and treasure scenes, had long since been silently retreated to the edge of the crowd, my mind racing. The trump cards in my hand were the triple cultivation spells, which contained fireball power far and a breath-masking technique to cover my taking advantage of the sex deployment of flying boats. I quickly found an excuse and hid in a remote corner. Inventoried the items on me. I quickly, a grey gourd. This is my lifeline and cannot be separated from my body. The first jade bottle contained 5 refined high-grade spiritual energies, which in a crisis. The second bottle contained 2 blood-stanching pills. These were some cheap herbs made with the gourd's help. The effect was surprisingly good. As for the third bottle, it only held 1 pill, and the bottle itself was pitch black. Do not underestimate it. This was from when I used the gourd to refine pill was accidentally. Instead of washing away the fire toxin, it concentrated all the impurities and toxins. I had tested it on a rabbit. Even a tiny bit of powder made the rabbit vomit after 3 breaths, turning it into a pool of foul blood. This was my final life-saving straw. Boiled for half an hour. A massive wooden airship was moored directly above the plaza. I was herded onto the airship, along with hundreds of labor disciples who looked like walking corpses. I found the most inconspicuous corner, pulled down my wide hood, and closed my eyes, desperately suppressing my presence. The airship gave a massive jolt, soaring into the sky, flying toward the unknown. The piercing cold wind held in my ears. I tightly gripped the poison hidden in my sleeve. My gaze under the shadow of the hood turned cold. They want my life. It won't be that easy. The airship reached the edge of Mist Valley. It landed heavily on the moment the hatch opened. A pungent fishy smell, mixed with gray-white mist, rushed in. Bring back 30 herbs in 10 days. Come back and collect them. If you fail, stay in the valley as fertilizer. Get out, you bunch of lowlives. We were driven out like ducks. Stumbling, everyone was blasted into the thick fog. The moment my feet hit the ground, without a word, I ran immediately, activating the breath my whole body spell, like a slipped into the waist-high bushes, escaping from the crowd. In this lawless hell, the most terrifying thing is often fellow disciples and killing those around blindly following the group. That's purely being cannon fodder for those higher-level out-of-court disciples. This valley, you can't see anything, and even consciousness is suppressed. I stepped to a range of 1 or 2 meters beneath my feet, gripping that rusted bone-shaving knife tightly in my hand. For the first 3 days, I was more cautious than anyone, avoiding those 2 demon wolves. At the start of my practice, I successfully found 12 frost-covered crawling grasses. At this rate, finding 30 within 10 days shouldn't be difficult. But who would have thought? On the 4th night, something went wrong. I was lying by a muddy pond, spotting an excellent colding grass, just about to begin harvesting, when suddenly, I heard from behind me a very subtle sound and I didn't dare look back, rolling like a lazy donkey. All the hair on my body just aside, slashed fiercely past hitting the spot where I had just been splitting the mud-stained colding grass into a deep trench. Huh? Just a scrap from the second-floor chi refining factory. Yet your reactions are quite fast. 2 figures slowly drifted out of the bell-shaped mist. On the left was a bald man with several amulets in his hand. On the right was a scarred face with green wind elements still lingering on his fingertips. It was Jieshua watching them. This smell doesn't smell like hidden blood at all. The people in this valley must have all died. I quickly scanned their cultivation. The bald one had 3 scars on his face, and his chi refining was already at the peak of the second layer. I deliberately made my voice tremble. 2 fellow Taoists. I'm just a farmer from out of town. I only have a few freshly picked herbs on me. They are all for you. Can you spare me? I was shaking all over as I spoke. I also deliberately took a step back, tripping over a piece of dead wood. Your life is our life. Blame your miserable existence. Before he finished speaking, Scarface raised his hand, and another wind blade flew toward my neck. I screamed in despair, rolling and crawling to dodge the wind, but my left arm was still pierced by a large hole down to the bone. The ink instantly stained my sleeve red. This was meant to kill me, but I didn't dare stop. I quickly pulled a jade bottle of blood-stanching pills from my robe and swallowed one. The wound on my left arm, in just 3 breaths, stopped bleeding. Brother, be careful. This kid has high-grade pills on him. In just 3 breaths, the bleeding was stopped. Big brother, be careful. This kid has high-grade. His eyes actually lit up, greed written all over his face. He drew his magical longsword and lunged straight at me. Hearing this, the bald man quickened his pace. The two of them, one disregarded all defense, their minds filled only with killing me and looting my gear. In their eyes, I was easy prey. That level 2 cultivation trash was scared like a fish pinned to a board, waiting for them to underestimate the enemy. Just as Scarface's sword was about to pierce my heart, the fear I should have felt instantly became as cold as a stagnant pool. I snapped my right hand up. No magic. I simply leaned in to meet the attack, tossing a dark object, a foul-smelling pill like an eye, straight toward the blade. Scarface was hit. What hidden weapon is this? Bang! The poison pill hit his blade and burst instantly, turning into a puddle of black-purple venom. Arg! Scarface stumbled back, even dropping his sword to cover his face. In just 2 breaths, he collapsed to the ground with a thud, dissolving directly into a puddle of foul ink. The bald man following behind felt his eyes nearly pop out. His advance ground to a halt, and that look of looking down on me finally vanished, replaced by absolute terror. He was probably thinking, what kind of poison is this? Now it's your turn. I stopped hiding. My level 3 chi cultivation spiritual erupted without reservation. The defensive robe the bald man frantically donned, before my repeatedly compressed and purified fireballs, as flimsy as paper. Instantly, it was torn to shreds, consumed by raging flames. The bald man didn't even have time to scream. Blasted into pieces by the fireball, he hit a tree trunk several feet away. He was dead. Dead silence returned to the valley, leaving only the sound of burning branches. This was my first real kill, and I had survived. I warily scanned the surroundings to ensure no one else was involved. I hurried to the remains, skillfully tore the storage bag from his waist, drained the corpse fluids from his arm, and cleaned up the body. Once finished, I wiped the cold sweat and mud from my face and plunged into the deeper mist without looking back. I kept running until my lungs nearly burst. It was over. I blocked the entrance, leaving only a small gap to breathe. I finally made it. The effect of this top-grade hemostasis pill is truly dominant. A golden belt from killing and looting really is the quickest way to wealth. Let's see. I've struck a small fortune, over 70 low-grade spirit stones. For a bottom-tier seed like me, so many use these in a lifetime. A mysterious iron shield, and several talismans. This flying talisman is at least a mid-grade magical treasure. Haha. And a jade box. It's filled with silver grass. 45 stalks in total, plus my own 12. The mission was over-completed long ago. No wonder so many idle cultivators turned to brigandage. Calamity cultivators. Hard training for 3 years. Isn't as fast as killing 2 people in this valley. But living on the edge of a blade isn't something to do often. Walk by the river and you're bound to get your shoes wet. I was lucky today. To run into such tough targets while practicing nearly cost me everything. I hid the spirit stones, talismans, mysterious shield, keeping only 30 stalks of shade grass. 1 stalk more would invite unnecessary questioning. Keep a low profile. I plan to lie low here for 6 days. How are they killing people outside? No one wants me to move. I'll use these days to consolidate my cultivation and practice with this black iron blunt tool. Way to survive. 1 more. Over 500 people came. Now less than 300 remain. No one cares who's missing. In the world of cultivation, human life is indeed the least valuable consumable. I'm good at playing the fool. This steward probably doesn't understand. I'm such a waste. How did you survive and finish the mission? Next, I'll just give these 3 pieces of rubble to the beggars. I don't care. Now I have over 100 spirit stones in my bag, 2 magical treasures, and of course, my greatest treasure, the Grey Gourd. I really made a profit in Mist Valley this time. Returning to that broken shack, I can finally feel at peace. Waste pills and spirit stones are plenty, and my chi refinement is stable at the mid-stage. I can trace it back to these 4 leaves. This doghouse, back against the wall. The 10 days of torment in Mist Valley are now fully released. The musty smell in this room smells more reassuring than alchemy right now. But I must remain on guard. Even in my own den, I must never let my guard down. I had to let go of the mystic iron shield. In the following days, I became the honest, simple Ling Long again, carrying water to the fields every day, listening to Fat Wong brag. Many died in Mist Valley this time. Everyone is busy dividing territory. So no one spares me a second glance. Why look at this non-existent trash? Over 100 low-grade spirit stones? I hid everything under the bed, not daring to touch them. A poor farmer suddenly joining a ritual and spending lavishly. That's like an old man eating arsenic to live longer. The money must be spent eventually, but the priority now is raising my cultivation level. That jar of waste pills is my lifeblood now. With this gourd and the top-grade chi gathering powder from outside, I can eat them like candied hawthorns. Breaking through to the 4th level of chi refinement was a natural progression. Only 3 months since returning, 2 masses of venom converged, and the barrier broke. Promoted to the 4th level of chi refinement. My martial senses are sharp. My divine sense can sweep 10 meters away, 10 meters out. Even a stray cat in the rain is crystal clear to me. Mid-stage chi refinement. I've finally escaped the bottom of the mire. But it's not enough. I will continue to cultivate this year. I'm not going out. The 2 doors remain shut. Lacking high-level techniques. I'll use the dumbest method to master that flying sword. P46. If I can't do it once, I'll practice 10,000 times. Early winter of the 2nd year. The waste pills ran out. Right at the final moment. Level 5 chi refinement. Making my blood boil. This spiritual power is so violent. Hold on. Perform the great heavenly circuit to turn the tide. Break it for me. Level 5 chi refinement. This power, combined with the flying sword and fireballs, even if Scarface's gang returned, within 10 moves, I would certainly slay them. The 5 peaks of the inner sect. 30 years ago, I couldn't even afford a low-grade pill. Now, I finally have the means to survive. A dog can't survive in the medicine garden. Ordinary pills are useless. I must find a way to get higher-grade pills, even in the preparation stage for foundation establishment. The outside world is full of peril. On this great path of longevity, I too must fight. 4 years passed in a flash. Thinking back to 4 years ago, I was trapped at the 1st level of chi refinement, at risk of being kicked out anytime. 5 elements are rootless spiritual roots. Every day, I worked like a dog. For that tiny quota until in the forest of remnant souls, I dared to touch those 2 corpses, and obtained West Moon's secret technique. Turning decay into wonder, I grasped it cautiously, trading at the black market for waste pills. I killed 2 bandits in Mist Valley, and earned my first pot of gold. Relying on those spirit stones and artifacts, and a steady stream of top-tier chi collection, I started in this broken shack, and surged all the way to the 5th level of chi refinement. Means nothing to the great sects. But within the sect, among these 3,000 it's definitely a path astray. But I know in my heart, I can't stay in this spirit herb garden anymore. The food in the gourd is gone. When practicing true chi, even taking chi gathering powder has no effect. I must obtain higher grade waste pills. Like the waste from cloud spirit pills. In the low-level black market, I simply can't find the waste pills I want. If I stay here, my cultivation will stagnate. A bottom-tier delicate perennial. Sooner or later I'll provoke a soul interrogation from the law enforcement. It coincides with the sect's 5-year rotation of foreign affairs. City, 3,000 miles away. A loose repair group. There will certainly be no shortage of waste pills. The sect's Greenwood Pavilion is short a partner. Practicing chi requires breaking through the 4th level. I squeezed my cultivation to just pass the 4th level. Stuffed them 3 spirit stones and got it done. Departing tomorrow morning. The hidden compartment full of clay jars. I crushed and buried them too. All wealth and life are arranged. Brother Wang is busy. The steward says you're lucky to have broken through to the 4th level of chi and be sent to Feiyan City to enjoy life. Where is the joy? Just serving tea and water at the market. There are many rogue cultivators Maybe outside. One day I'll be decapitated. It's better to stay in the sect and farm peacefully. You have self-awareness. Feiyan City, that place eats people alive. Use your head when you're bored, or you won't even know how you died. I'll plant this half-acre of green snake grass from now on. Go on. Don't delay my business. Then I must thank Senior Brother Wang for his past care. Fatty, fatty. Once I leave, we are truly separated. You want the stability of your 2 spirit stones. I'm going for a life that could be smashed at any moment. The path to heaven, the road to eternity. It's been half a month. Finally arrived. Good boy. I've been in the Greenwood sect for 7 years, so I've seen the world. But compared to Feiyun City, it's simply spectacular. The sky is full of big shots and family science. Ants in the chi refinement stage like us can only queue up obediently to enter the city. The entry fee is a low-grade spirit stone for a permit, valid for 1 month. If it expires and isn't renewed, patrol guards will kill you on the spot. 1 low-grade spirit stone. I'd have to work hard for half a month in the sect just for a 1-month transfer permit. Is this not cultivation? Is this just pocket change? It's a literal vault. So lively. Magical treasures and pills everywhere. As long as you have enough stones, I bet you could even buy longevity spirit fruit. Quietly put the bag away. Greenwood Pavilion should be on the east side outside the city. Compared to those big shops on the main street, our sect-esque Greenwood Pavilion is truly shabby. What are you doing? I'm not taking star snake grass today. Come back tomorrow. This uncle is the new miscellaneous worker sent by the sect, here to report to shopkeeper Liu. Alright. Though he's lost 80 of his blood, this bit of strength cannot be abandoned. I am shopkeeper Liu. Since the sect sent you, you should know the rules. Base salary is 3 low-grade spirit stones a month, plus room and board. The job is sorting, processing, and warehousing spirit herbs. Hurry up. Junk medicine. He is shopkeeper Liu's disciple. Do your best. Niao, take him to the backyard to find a bed, and teach him the process. 3rd level chi refinement is clever enough. Brother Wen, sleep at the very end. The conditions are poor, but staying for free in Feiyun City isn't bad. Shopkeeper Liu has a temper, be diligent. However, there are many leftover ingredients. Occasionally you find good stuff others missed. A god-given disguise? Processing these scraps daily is the perfect time to find out about these pills. This work is exhausting, but it's the best way to hide. There are so many alchemists in Feiyun City. Rogue cultivators hoping to get rich from alchemy have snatched up a lot. Where there is alchemy, there are waste pills. The output here is greater than in the Greenwood sect. Brother Niao, I'll dump the residue today. Why do you see people selling black pills on the streets? Can that stuff even be eaten? There is a rotten medicine alley west of the city. Poor devils dreaming of becoming alchemists. They can't even fill half their stomachs. They take them out to trick you girls into eating them. That stuff is a death sentence. Rotten medicine cabinets. Just a pile of trash to others. To me, Wenwu. Could it be a gold mine? Wasted cultivation pills. Finally, a way forward. Running errands at Greenwood Pavilion is boring as hell, but I'm happy. After half a month, the first day of rest and transformation finally arrived. This is called the basic operation of accumulating interest, suppressing level 5 down to level 3. In this Feiyun City where immortals gather, a poor soul at the 3rd level is the least conspicuous. Who's full? Come and look at me, the direction Anyo pointed. Good grief, this person has a strange burnt smell in his nose. This is the rotten medicine cabinet. Look at these people. Red eyes, singed hair, dreaming of becoming grandmaster alchemists, only to have reality crush their heads. Come and look. Authentic chi gathering waste pills. They're a bit charred. They still have 20 efficacy. A total bargain at retail. Special offer on the Cold Soul Tripod 10 low-grade spirit stones. Initial chi gathering waste pills. I don't care about the cabbage prices. I'm looking for spirit pills for mid-stage cultivation. These are extremely difficult to refine, and waste pills are even rarer. It took a full 2 hours. But I finally caught it. Recognized the charcoal and smelled the scent of jade marrow juice. No mistake. Spirit luck pills, waste pills. Wait, there's no bottom line. Old man, how much for this pile of charcoal? Well, it's a pill. The waste pills just broke the furnace yesterday, though it's scrap iron. The fire poison effect is strong. Take them to extract poison or feed other bugs, but better not sell them. Including this broken furnace stand. 5 low-grade spirit stones. 5 low-grade spirit stones. Is this old man starving or crazy? In this shitty alley, 5 stones can buy dozens of pounds of basic waste. Are you forcing a trade on a piece of scrap iron? Heh. 5 spirit stones? I could buy one at a regular pharmacy. Genuine, even if the quality is poor. Keep your precious furnace base and stew in it yourself. Cough, cough, wait, cough. 3 pieces. 3 low-grade stones. They're all yours, old man. I have no money for hemostats. I can't continue the treatment. This old bone is done for. I'm out of luck. But my black-bellied toad happens to need some strong medicine. Bring it. Out. A few more laps. Can't be seen. Time to change clothes. It's dark. Heh, 3 low-grade spirit stones. For these 3 stones. If I were back at the Greenwood sect, I'd have to toil in the fields for a month and a half. Once my grey gourd has absorbed enough of charcoal, will become priceless. Kills 1 high-grade spirit luck pill. Sells for at least 20 stones at a regular pharmacy. Most importantly, with this batch of pills, I can finally break through the bottleneck of level 5 chi refinement. Hurry up, please. Faster. Kids, time is up. These guys fall asleep fast. Snoring sounds. Just in time for me to work. Feeling my way to that dilapidated woodshed in the backyard. Half the roof has collapsed. The moonlight shines right in. The smell of residue here is strong. Just enough to form an ore edge hole when the pill is shaped up. Old man, it's up to you. These dozen black-purple spirit luck pills. Pour them all in. Absorb it, absorb it. This scene of moonlight being drawn in. How many times have you watched it? Nothing better to do. Let's look at this broken furnace stand I bought. It's heavy. At least 20 or 30 pounds. Rusty. And the body has such a large crack. Even a crack thinner than a hair can cause an explosion. Total scrap iron. That blind old man was so poor he had to carry it. I was truly possessed. Wait, this base is too thick. Ordinary alchemy furnaces have thin bottoms to ensure even heating. The bottom of this piece of scrap accounts for nearly a third of the total weight. I'll probe the crack with spiritual power. I feel an obstruction. Not the obstruction of dead iron, but a kind of deliberate isolation. Ah. It has a hidden compartment. The cyan flying sword unsheathed, silently. I can't activate the sword energy. I can only use it as a knife. Clang. Pry gently along the edge. And the hilt opens. This thick base, it really is a lid, hidden in the hilt's half-inch compartment, is a scrap of monster hide. Its edge is tattered and worn. A note is written on it in dark crimson. What kind of fire control art is this? It's a specialized method for manipulating flames. A manual for the worthy. Teaching how to strip away violent fire energy and turn it into a soft glow at the fingertips. It's an alchemist's method. My only trump card is the fireball spell. I mean, this is incredibly powerful. If I can master this, I can shorten the charge time for fireballs and even change their shape. My power will definitely reach a whole new level. For just 3 low-grade spirit stones, I really got a bargain. That blind old man treated a treasure like trash. Now it's all mine. The glow fades. And the soul enhancement ends. I stow the hide scrap away, then open the lid. The burnt smell is gone. This elixir is so fragrant, it can't be boiled away. With a light sniff, my spirit power, stuck at early 50s, begins to stir restlessly. 12 round, full, pills. Pale blue. Like fine sapphires. 12 high-grade luck pills. If I sold these in a regular shop, they'd be worth at least low-grade spirit stones, but I'd be crazy to sell them. This is the elixir to break through my bottleneck. In Fayin City, even with money, you can't buy high-quality goods this quickly. Put them in the white jade bottle, and don't let the scent escape. With this batch of immortal blades, in this dangerous Fayin City, I finally have confidence. The 6th floor of the refinement plant is around the corner. This broken roof, I'll toss it in the trash when I get back. Lying on This long, hard bed. Listening to these guys snore. I need to think about my next move. With these pills and techniques, my life in Feiyun City is a straight line. By day, I'm still the honest handyman, handling firewood and herbs, and even stingy old Mr. praised my hard work for the first time. But at night, this broken woodshed is my secret training ground. High-grade pills are no joke. The effect is 10 times stronger than before. Spirit aura surges through my meridians like a fire dragon. If not for the array board masking me, the front yard would have noticed long ago. The effect lasted for 3 months. I took 8 pills, dragging my body like an old ox pulling a broken cart. Finally, a breakthrough. 6th stage chi refinement. In the outskirts of Feiyun City, I can finally hold my own. What pleases me more is this fire control art. It doesn't teach you to make fireballs bigger, but to compress them into armor-piercing rounds. Small, fast, and completely silent. Perfect for sneak attacks and assassinations. I'll work by day to avoid suspicion, and level up secretly at night, steady and slow, until late-stage chi refinement. What a pity! How can one live a stable life in a dump like Feiyun City? My god. It's the Black Wolf Gang. Master Zhao has arrived. How can I help you? The monthly interest. We delivered on time. Li Qian, old Lu doesn't speak in riddles. Your Aoki sect is nothing in the southern region, and you're not even a fard in Feiyun City. From today on, this street belongs to us. The interest has tripled, and 30 of the spirit grass you collect must be sold to us first. Impossible. 30 of market price? How are you different from Ming Luo? We have a sect backing us too. Stop pretending. Sect support? Ha 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 ha. The shopkeeper is at peak 8th stage chi refinement, plus those 4 lackeys behind him. Fighting them is a death wish. I can only hold my breath and stay still as a stone. If they swarm in, Aoki Pavilion will be leveled today. You shameless old man. I'm only giving you 3 days. Either hand over the deed and the herbs and get out, or you lot can become fertilizer outside the city. Let us go. Aoki Pavilion's protection is unbearable. The sect won't help within 3 days. Stay and be killed, or become a slave. Looks like he's already preparing to run. Since you're leaving, I'm definitely not going empty-handed. Old man Lu suppressed me for so long. I smirk at the treasures in the warehouse. The rain in Feiyun City gets heavier, as if it's trying to wash the very soil away. Old man Lu's heart broke after that slap. Even if you keep your life, your cultivation is useless for the rest of your days. Brother Niu, what are you doing? The Wen brothers, we can't stay here anymore. The Black Wolf Gang kills without blinking. Once they close the doors, we'll be caught for drug testing. Under the cover of night, I'm hopping the wall to go farm in the countryside. I'm done with all this. Be careful on the road. Don't use the city gates. Find a caravan smuggling mortal goods and get out fast. Take care, brother. Niu can return to the mortal world, but I can't. I've seen the path to immortality. Who would go back to being immortal? This shop is lost anyway. The goods in the warehouse were meant for the sect. Letting bandits have them, I'll use them. For my own cultivation. The warning array at the door is a toy against my searing fire needles. But it let me strike it rich. Over 300 low-grade spirit stones. And a century-old red crystal grass. No wonder old Lu wouldn't budge. The old man was greedy even behind the sect's back. There must be scouts at the front. The back alley is safer. Look at kid number 4. I told you there'd be a rat in this shop. Trying to profit from the chaos? Kid, toss the storage bag over. Sir, I'll be merciful. And leave a whole corpse. Today is different. I don't even have time for small talk. This must be finished quickly. What the hell? Kid 4? My God, I'm 6th stage chi refinement and he's using mid-tier chi. Just give me a chance. It was a one-sided slaughter. From this moment on, I'm no longer a coddled bottom feeder, no longer an Aoki Pavilion servant. I am a free man of Feiyun City. A rogue cultivator fighting only for longevity. It rained for 3 days and nights in Feiyun City. The outer city is in chaos. I heard the Aoki sect leader was furious and wiped out a whole Black Wolf gang hall. Is that right? None of that matters to me now. I'm safely hidden in the South District. All walks of life are here. It's the perfect place to hide. After disposing of the bodies that night, I stayed in a sewer for half an hour to mask any spiritual imprints or sins. After washing up, I put on some makeup and a fake scar, disguising myself as a weathered middle-aged rogue. It cost 50 low-grade spirit stones, taken from a greedy old man. I rented this yard for 3 years, just in case. Buried under the wall is an expensive market room. Who dares climb my wall? I'll know instantly. After all this delay, I finally have time to count that night's loot. The Aoki warehouse stash is worth 320, plus the 2 unlucky bastards, and my own 480 low-grade spirit stones. That's not counting the 2 mid-grade flying sword shields, and a pile of lucky finds. Oh, right, and this century-old red crystal pup. Heh. Men die for wealth, birds die for food. If old man Lu knew his spirit stones were returned like this, bet he'd crawl back from the underworld in rage. Money is money, but I dare not say a word. In the cultivation world, flaunting wealth without a bottom line is a shortcut to a short life. Wealth must be turned into power. For the next 2 months, I don't leave the house. By day, I practice fire control. By night, I use the gourd to purify waste pills, staring at the 7th stage chi refinement bottleneck. This immortal path is getting harder and harder. From 6th to 7th stage is the watershed between mid and late stages. The key is spiritual power. Earthquake techniques won't work. This high-grade luck pill is more accurate. It still lacks punch. To break through, I need a special pill, or a pay-you-on pill used by late-stage cultivators. But those good things are buried in the trash heaps of rotten medicine. There's no way to find them. Tea houses are always the fastest source of news in the city. Hey, have you heard? The triennial underground black market auction is held on the 5th of next month at Dark Fragrance Tower. What's that got to do with us? That's where big chambers and clans eat meat. I heard there are even leftovers of Foundation establishment pills. We're screwed, haha. I can't even meet the minimum capital check. You don't understand. Besides the inner auction, the outer field has a 3-day free trade fair. By then, ruthless figures from other cities will set up masked stalls. They have everything, even illicit black market goods. As long as you have spirit stones, what can't you buy? Underground black market poker, outer field free trade fair. Normal shops won't sell the good pills, but this black market is a paradise for stolen goods and ready-made items. Everyone hides their identity. Isn't this tailor-made for me? "20 days until the 5th of next month. To reach the late stage. To live forever. I'm going all in this time. Welcome the night that devours the boneless. Enjoy it well. 20 days fly by. As night falls, I'm prepared early. Using disguise powder to alter my sallow face, I change my appearance completely. I spend another 10 low-grade stones at the edge of the market for this item to mask my chi refinement. The green consciousness cloak, and this bronze mask. The cloak is heavy, but it hides my 6th stage cultivation fluctuations. Completely hidden. In the underground black market, protection is everything. The basement of Feiyun City's Dark Fragrance Tower. Who would have thought? The entrance is hidden in a dry well on a bustling street. 2 guards in black armor emit the terrifying aura of 9th stage chi refinement. Know the rules? Entrance fee: 100 low-grade spirit stones or equivalent treasures. A 100 stone threshold. That's enough to keep out 99 in Feiyun City. And enter. No fighting. Outer field market. 3 days. No selling outside stalls. The world behind violators will be executed. Is nothing like a noisy flower street outside. Hundreds of white jade platforms are neatly arranged. No shouting. No noise. Everyone speaks in low whispers or via spiritual transmission. The atmosphere is oppressive, yet reeks of insane wealth. This is a gold mine for high-level cultivators. A high-grade flying sword is priced at 800 stones. There are rare longevity fruits and strange, blood-stained magic tools. I suppress my shock. and look for stalls selling pill bottles. Do you have any failed pay-you-on pills? You have a good eye. I happen to have a bottle here. Defective goods from a master's failed batch. The fire was toxic. It bears the mark of century-old grass. It's powerful. 8 pills a bottle. 50 low-grade stones. 50 is highway robbery. No bargaining. But I'm nearly mad with joy. Pay-you-on pills are the perfect elixir for late-stage bottlenecks. The transaction was unusually smooth. My heart eases slightly as I prepare to look around. If nothing else is needed, I'll retreat immediately. Faint, yet distinct burning spreads through my lining to my skin. Since getting this gray gourd 4 years ago, it's never reacted to anything, except refining pills under moonlight. I'm terrified of even the slightest reaction. The stall owner is a large man with a pile of junk before him. Rusty bronze swords, weathered demon beast bones, and unknown black stones. With every glance, the temperature of the gourd in my arms changes. Finally, my gaze locks on a yellow with size like dead vines, like dried bark. Without a trace of spiritual aura, it looks like something picked from a woodpile, but as I stare at it, the heat in my arms peaks. Boss, how much for this pile of junk? These were dug from an ancient cultivation cave. The aura is gone, but the material is decent. Take any one. For 30 low-grade stones. Why don't you just rob me? 10 stones for or less scrap? I'll give you 10 stones at most. Refining materials. 10 is too little. 20 low-grade stones. For all 3 pieces. Deal. The gourd in my arms is still warm, radiating hunger. Like a starving beast. I don't know what this wood is, but I know my gray gourd. Might truly evolve. Leaving the dark fragrance tower, I don't dare go straight back to Luau through intricate sewers and abandoned mortal slums. I wander for 3 hours. During this time, I change disguises 3 times. I even crouch in a rogue's backyard for half an hour. I'm certain not even a fly followed me. Before dawn, I hop the wall back home. The market rune under the wall is intact, no sign of being touched. Lock the door. Activate the isolation array. And I collapse against the door. The high-pressure atmosphere of the underworld is as suffocating as facing a demon beast in Misty Valley. However, touching the warm gourd, my fatigue vanishes. I push aside the rusty sword and black stone, focusing on the palm-sized, veined, withered wood scrap. I take out the gray gourd and bring it close. The closer it gets, the hotter the gourd becomes. When they are less than an inch apart, the incredible happens. No spirit fluctuations. No strange lights. The withered wood comes to life, turning into a thick, yellowish sap. It seeps into the gourd's rough skin, and in a few breaths, the wood is gone, fully integrated into the gourd. A faint line appears on the surface, a texture of withered vines. What felt like cold gray stone now radiates warmth, as if a pulse of life made the gourd devour it. This is definitely from the same ancient source. That wood was likely the remains of some ancient vine. If it can evolve, this is a magnificent treasure. Now to verify the second trophy. I pour out the bottle of pay-you-on pills. That cost me 50 stones. Hours before dark, I begin to meditate, tuning my spiritual power to its peak. As night falls, I place the gourd by the window in the moonlight and uncork it. The new vine texture lights up, absorbing moonlight at an incredible speed. It used to trickle. Now it drinks like a whale, in just the time it takes an incense stick to burn. It used to take all night to process 1 pill of this grade. Is this the evolution 10 times faster? 8 pure, impurity-free pills lie there, shrouded in a faint silver light. I need the pay-you-on pill, even for a direct descendant of an immortal family. Top-tier pills aren't guaranteed. Success or failure depends on this. As the pill enters my stomach, an unprecedented pure power explodes. Massive spiritual energy bursts forth. That even with preparation, this top-tier Peiyuan pill exceeds my meridian limits. Tearing pain makes me tremble. Beads of blood seep from my skin. Push it down. I struggle as my meridians verge on snapping. Without hesitation, I run the incomplete fire control arc, treating the energy like fire, compressing it, guiding it into a concentrated spiritual flood. Once, twice, 3 times. I don't know how many times I was hit. Black blood pours just as I can't hold on any longer. The barrier finally collapses under the dual pressure. My narrow meridians instantly expand threefold. The Dantian whirlpool spins wildly. The gaseous spiritual power actually condenses into drops of liquid. 7th stage chi refinement. Late stage chi refinement. I feel the terrifying spiritual power within me, vast as the sea. The current me. If I face Aoki Pavilion again, even Master Zhao at the 8th stage, I feel it within me, that terrifying spiritual energy, vast as the ocean. The current me. If I encounter Aoki Pavilion and Hall Master Zhao of the 8th layer Qigong even without a sneak attack, I dare a frontal assault, and I would definitely slay him. Over 4 years of endurance, over 4 years of survival. From immortal Linglong liable to be culled at any time, to finally stepping into the late stages of Qi refinement, I have truly joined the ranks of Cloud City's mid-tier combat power. The late stage of Qi refinement has arrived, but the path to longevity has only just begun. In my storage bag, there is a priceless century-old red crystal grass. It is time to plan how to safely convert this hot potato into resources for the foundation establishment stage. After the breakthrough, I spent 7 days. Only then could I tame this violent spiritual energy. Ling Xian stabilized his core. The explosive force contained in this 3D liquid is comparable to 10 of my previous fireballs. The penetrating power is staggering. The casting speed has doubled. And the incisions are actually scorched into a crystal clear glaze. Now, I encountered that hall master named Xiao. One direct move could cost him his life. But I must remain calm. I want to reach level 8, 9, or even foundation establishment. This requires a massive amount of spirit stones and high-tier techniques. The spiritual energy of plants and trees is too pure. The temperature in the room has risen. The century-old red crystal stock, the 9-polar pill recipe too. Those old monsters stuck in the great perfection stage is nothing short of a fatal attraction. This thing is too hot to handle. Do I dare take it to a stall in the Outlands? If I go out, I'll be torn to shreds by those rosy-eyed rogue cultivators. Perhaps it could attract some foundation establishment experts. It can only be sold through official channels. The grand auction of the dark fragrance house, their reputation is guaranteed. As long as you pay enough, they will even protect the seller. This time, I deliberately omitted the fire of anger. A strong, irritable old monster. That is my new persona. Show your fangs. Being fierce here is more effective than pretending to be for the entry fee. 100. The Treasure Appraisal Pavilion can isolate all consciousness, exploring and refining the 9 peaks. This appraiser is not easy to deal with. The Taoist's eyes are primitive. What rare treasure have you come to consign at the Treasure Appraisal Pavilion? Take a look. This is a red gold branch. Looking at the age and the temperature, it's at least 200 years old. 200 years. That shopkeeper actually lied to me. This is clearly the best quality. You have a good eye. This item meets the auction requirements. This is a major auction. Enough, enough. Fellow Daoist, the Dark Fragrance House is willing to offer 2,000 low-grade spirit stones. 2,000. I worked hard for 4 years to save over 400. This old guy's offer is worth 2,000. No, the buyout price is at least 30 lower than the hammer price. Not selling via auction? It can be sold, 90%. What do you want in exchange? Spirit stones or a barter? I only need half in spirit stones. The other half, I want to exchange. A top-tier breath concealment technique. It must not only hide my cultivation, but also block the divine sense of foundation establishment cultivators. Additionally, broken pills or waste pills used for pill making can also be used as credit. Without a powerful chi gathering technique, I will eventually expose the secret of the Grey Gourd. Top-tier chi gathering techniques are rare. But there happens to be a fragment of the withered tree meets spring mantra that satisfies the conditions. As for things like foundation establishment waste pills, it depends on luck. This is a VIP jade tablet. 3 days later, use this card to enter the Heaven Tier box. Your red crystal stock, fellow we at Dark's Fragrance House have accepted it. Come back in 3 days. Waiting for 3 days. Felt longer than my 3 years in the Greenwood sect. I didn't even leave my courtyard. It was all spent familiarizing myself with the 7th level chi spiritual. I also mapped out multiple escape routes from the auction. Late on the 3rd night, I received the purple gold token, successfully passed through the heavy guards of the Dark Fragrance House. This time, I didn't linger in the outlands. Following the maid through the underground, he went directly to Heaven Tier box number 3 on the box was large, but it was the height of luxury. The floor was paved with warm jade. Tables and chairs made of 10,000 year. Even the spiritual fruits for guests were pearl fruits unseen by outsiders. This side of the VIP seats is one-way transparent gold. You can see everything below, but the outside can never peer in. To place a bid, just inject your signature power into the sound transmission jade. The first floor was packed with nearly 1,000 masked rogue cultivators. The second floor had 10 Heaven Tier boxes, 30 stories high. Those sitting here are likely the heads of major immortal families and sect elders. The old man who received me that day stepped onto the stage, but the aura he exhaled at that moment made my pupils suddenly contract. Foundation establishment stage. This old man had hidden his cultivation. This momentum instantly intimidated everyone present. Master Mu, chief appraiser of the old Dark Fragrance House, said, "Enough talk. The auction begins now." Golden Light Mystery Turtle Shield. Starting price 800. The low-grade spirit stone increments rose from 50, 9,000 to 1,000 each time. The best artifact I own, my best flying sword. Sold for a sky-high price of 1,300 right at the start. The 400 plus I was so proud of doesn't even count as pocket change here. The next half hour completely overturned my perception. Every item sold for over 2,000 spirit stones. I forced myself to calm down. I came here for secret techniques. Don't be blinded by external objects. The next item is a bit special. The ancient secret technique breath convergence. After practicing this secret technique, it can perfectly simulate the aura of a piece of withered wood. Even the consciousness of a late-stage foundation establishment is hard-pressed to detect. However, this is only a fragment. Unless one possesses a rare heavenly spirit root, has refined some kind of ancient wood attribute spiritual body as a medium, will only result in death by ruptured meridians. Heavenly spirit roots haven't appeared for centuries, and ancient wood attribute spiritual bodies are stuff of legends. This thing is practically worthless. But sitting in the box, I felt as if my heart had been struck by a heavy hammer. A leaping, ancient wood attribute spiritual body. 20 days ago, my gourd swallowed a fragment that looked like an ancient spirit vine. The gourd now bears an additional texture of wild yellow vines. Is there a more perfect medium in this world? This fragment is practically tailor-made for me. Starting price 500. Low-grade spirit stone increments of no less than 50. The bidding begins. Dead silence. No one wants to spend 500 spirit stones to buy a scrap of cloth that will kill you. 500 spirit stones? Better to take it back and use it as a table wedge for this young master. 700, my friend. It's just a fragment. Why argue with me? I only have 400 plus in my pocket, but I have the purple gold token. I can overdraw for this life-saving technique. I can afford it. The entire room held its breath. To spend 1,000 spirit stones on chicken ribs, you're either crazy or have money to burn. The coward in the disciple box stopped competing. 1,000 spirit stones. Congratulations to the VIP in Heaven Tier box number 3. VIP, the cost of this withered wood spring trick will be deducted directly from your final auction proceeds. Forget it, the door is closed. I can't wait to dive into it. This is a top-secret technique far beyond my knowledge. With it, my greatest weakness is finally covered. Ladies and gentlemen, the next lot is one of the crowning treasures of this grand auction. I can guarantee that all fellow Taoists at the Great Perfection of Qi, and even Foundation Establishment Seniors, will go mad for it. 200-year fire powder. Century-old red crystal stone. Starting price 2,000. Spirit stones. Increments of no less than 1,000, 2,500, 2,800, 3,000. In just a dozen breaths, it broke 3,000. The rogue cultivators on the first floor, they stopped their clearance. They're just watching the immortals in the second floor boxes. 3,500. My Wang family wants this red gold branch. Please, give us some face. Wang Laowei. Your useless grandson has been stuck at the 9th level of Qi for 5 years. Taking this medicine is a waste. 4,000 low-grade spirit stones. This fortune is enough to buy a top-tier grotto estate in the inner city, or form a 100-man late-stage Qi guard. Sold for 4,500. Congratulations to Heaven Tier Box number 1. Ah. When the hammer fell, I felt all the strength drain from my body. Though wealthy, I am now in extreme danger. I crushed the jade as soon as it ended. The maid immediately took me to the deepest secret room of the dark fragrance tower. Fellow Taoist, here is your payout. 4,500 for the red gold. Minus a 10 commission, that's 450, and deduct another 1,000 for the withered wood. The remaining 3,050 low-grade snacks are all packed inside, making them easy to carry. The old man asserted that he replaced 3,000 low-grade snacks with 30 mid-grade ones. This is a small gesture of sincerity in befriending a dollar. The official exchange rate is 1, but on the black market, one snack can often fetch over 130 mid-grade, 50 low-grade. Very much appreciated. Please arrange an absolutely safe passage. I don't want to be followed. This is a random teleportation array that will send you to any dry well within 30 miles of the outer city. The lead Daoist has already gone to Evergreen Road and can return at any time. A flash of white light. A strong sense of weightlessness hit, and the dark fragrance house was left completely behind. By the time I smelled the earth outside the city again, mixed with the scent of low-quality pills, people were already at their wits' end. I didn't dare go straight back to Willow Lane. For large circles, 5 changes of clothes. Finally, I couldn't even pass for a mortal scavenger. The old man slipped back into the courtyard before dawn, locked the door, opened the array disc, and lay on the bed, his heart still pounding. 30 mid-grade spirit stones, a top-tier breath concealment secret technique. I've been walking on thin ice for 7 years. Today, I finally reaped the richest reward. But it is not yet time to fully relax. I took out the crushed jade and entered consciousness. Holding the winter melon melted into the withered wood in my palm. Old man, it's up to you. So I took a deep breath. Starting along that obscure path, the 7th level spiritual power suddenly shifted. A fatal sense of stagnation and fatigue hit me. Life seemed to be forcibly snatched away. This is the result of forcibly piecing together fragments. Just as I could no longer bear it, the gourd shook. The vine texture suddenly lit up. And an extremely pure, ancient, and with a tribute aura surged from my palm, instantly neutralizing my fatigue. The tables turned. With my spiritual power, this perfectly matched the trajectory of the cultivation method. 1 cycle, 2 cycles, a grand circulation. I don't know how much time passed, but the first ray of sunlight shone into the room. If someone probed me with consciousness, at this moment, I would be an absolutely lifeless piece of withered wood. No spiritual power, no breath. Even my vital energy is hidden. I thought to myself. The aura began to shift at will, mortal. Cultivation level. 3rd level Qi refinement. Until it steadily stopped at the 4th level of without Qi refinement. Without a single flaw. Even if Master Mu, the foundation establishment expert before me now, he shouldn't dream of seeing through my true 7th level Qi cultivation. It's done. Holding the grey gourd, lingering among over 30 mid-grade spirit stones. My culti, that ion has reached the last stage of Qi fire control. From that shaky bottom, Ling Long, to now, those wealthy late-stage Qi cultivators from noble families have immortal step by step. But it was also step by step. Watching those foundation establishment monks, the light shining in the sky, I once felt only awe and numbness. But now, my eyes hold only calm and burning ambition. Feiyan City can no longer contain me. This vast southern realm of cultivators, the high-flying foundation establishment stage, even the illusory golden core Dao. I am Wenwu. And that is too difficult. Half my body is stuck in the mud. A great perfection of chi refinement at the early foundation stage. My internal organs are about to shatter. Run. Why not run? An ant at the great perfection of chi refinement. And you dare touch the jade heaven puppet that I, fancy? Junior. I know you took the wrong treasure. Please treat me like a fart. I am best at packing bamboo shoots, the highest quality chi concentrating technique, letting the spiritual power drop directly to the first level. It's too late to beg for mercy now. I like it this way, taking you posturing rogue cultivators and refining your souls into sky lanterns. Withered tree meets spring. Fire. This is the ultimate move I've deduced day and night for 5 years. Crowning heart condensing incantation, compressing the spiritual chi mystery. What the hell? Ah. Broken foundation. I am a rogue cultivator of the chi refinement period. This is too much. An early foundation stage expert killed. If this were 5 years ago, when I just bought the secret of the withered tree meets spring at the famed breaking through to the 7th level, how would I dare dream of crossing realms? A major foundation level repair. At that time, I had just saved 30 mid-grade spirit stones, thinking it was enough to stabilize my foundation. Who knew that in the 2nd month after breaking through to the 7th level of chi, something big happened in the southern realm. Every family was inside the city selling off properties. Within 10 days, pills and talismans appeared. 5 times. In the rotten medicine alley outside the city, hundreds died overnight. Scripted. I used the withered wood from the small town as fuel. Sneaked into the Tingfeng pavilion and only then learned that the rebel sects allied with the ancient demon blood sect had entered the city. In 3 months at most, all rogue cultivators would be placed under the banner of the late shadow of the heavenly cultivation. I didn't want the 3 years of rent I just paid, the newly brewed spiritual wine. One word, run. A gentleman should not stand under a dangerous wall. At that time, I was practicing green wood. Survival laws were etched into my bones. Overnight, I dug up all spirit stones and hid the grey gourd by my side, and used disguise powder and silver needles to turn myself into a half-dead 60-year-old man. Then I spent a fortune on 10 mid-grade spirit stones to buy a lower-class ticket to the Starfall Islands. There are no rules there, plenty of monsters, but the richest resources. The day I fled Feiyin City, it was pouring rain. Along with other refugees, I struggled in the unrefined chi of the late stage, disguised as 2nd-level chi refinement waste wood. Name and cultivation? Why are you leaving the city? Old man Sun Ergu. 2nd-level chi refinement. Feiyin City is no place to stay. I want to return to the countryside in the mortal realm and die like a falling piece of withered wood. Move along, don't block the city gate. 10 miles outside the city gate. That subtlety of the Greenwood sect. Feiyin City Xianxia Wenwu was completely dead. Boarding the Waybreaker. My journey through the mortal stars truly began. As expected of a foundation establishment elder of the Bloodbone sect, 100 beams of light appeared. Low-level spirit stones piled up like mountains, and the best artifacts fell all over the place. The Eye of Jade Marrow. One of the 3 main ways to refine foundation establishment pills. This is the only reason I risked my life to enter the Scarlet Blood secret realm, plus the other 2 main medicinal collected in the Star Sea over these 5 years. All my materials for foundation establishment are ready, as long as I put the herbs into the Grey Gourd for purification. Even if I am the most useless 5-element pseudo-spirit root, I will use the best foundation establishment pill to smash open the gate of heaven. I just stuffed the blood old man's storage bag into my pocket, and before I could catch my breath, the sky suddenly changed. Who dares kill my Elder Shuayun of the Ancient Blood Gate? This one will extract your soul, refine your spirit, and cast you into the sea of blood for eternity. Old monster. My scalp tingled. I was too terrified to look up. Returning directly to the bottom of the mud, the withered wood mead spring trick sent me into the of death. Even the blood stopped me. I want to see it. You old monster. Can you recognize this decaying wood of mine? The old monster's consciousness was like a rusty saw, scraping against my head. If I showed even a hint of fear, I would be exposed instantly. I held on for half an hour. The secret law repelled him, and the old monster was finally squeezed out. I almost really had to explain the meaning of these 100 pounds of meat here. It's not recommended to stay here long. Cutting my clothes, smearing some bright red vine and disguising myself as heavily injured. This is what's called the survival baseline. Space turn. A thick smell of fish. This is a transit island outside the Starfall Islands. Everywhere are unlucky people in rags. Not many. Look at my seriously injured. One glance cost 2 low-grade pieces of wood, squeezed onto a broken mining boat. After drifting in the sulfur lake for 3 days, I finally reached Black Rock, the slum of the Starfall Islands. 2473. There are no high-grade spirit veins here. There are no high-grade spirit veins here. Only Linglong and the Black family. But for me, this is the perfect hiding place. The spider silk is unbroken. Underground alerts, psychedelic poisons. The 3 chainery discs are motionless. Safe entry. Assume there are 3 robbers hiding in the house. That is the iron law of survival in the Star Sea. Finally, I've survived. Next, wait for the time when your father defies heaven to change his fate. As expected, this foundation overhaul. This storage bag is as big as a room. 120 spirit stones. Over 20,000 really pieces. Tough. They even have a shuttle that can traverse the galaxy. But that's not what I'm interested in right now. Jade Marrow is one of the 3 major foundation buildings. The 3 spirit patterns on the surface are only about 320 years old. I want to ensure a success rate, mainly by starting within 500 years. 300 years. Even with good luck, it would be a waste of a pill furnace. Not to mention I also wasted the 5-element pseudo-spirit root. Not enough years. No matter. I have never lacked time in this life, since swallowing the fragments of the ancient withered vine. This grey gourd can not only purify lung elixirs, but now it has gained a heaven-defying ability to accelerate ripening. Inside, I have stored exactly 5 drops of Genesis spirit fluid. 1 drop of spirit fluid equals a century of medicinal essence. 5 years ago, I was seriously injured and didn't want to use it. To suck away 500 years of my medicinal essence, that wouldn't be safe enough. Take the remaining 3 drops of 700-year elixir and give them to me. Then bring them to the Star Sea auction house. Top talent who can bankrupt an old golden core demon a hidden treasure. That elixir turned into a 600-year purple flower. I fought back desperately, but a monster snatched it before I could. A 600-year heavenly spirit fruit killed a direct bloodline of an immortal family. All 3 major herbs and 42 auxiliary herbs have been collected. 3,000 low-grade spirit stones, a custom 9-rock dragon tripod. Let someone else assemble this equipment. Materials must be begged from alchemists like a grandson, but I don't need to. I don't understand alchemy, nor can I control the fusion of elixirs. Other sphere explosions, fearing the potion will turn into dross, but I only want it to become a thief. The 100-day seclusion begins now. Waiting for the day I break through the barrier, that is the time. For the Thunder Dragon to soar through the Star Sea. Refining pills requires extraordinary talent and hundreds of seals. You must understand pharmacology, but I will refine a waste pill, simple and crude. 600-year jade marrow. Purple-red flowers are poisonous. Heavenly spirit fruit, pure fire. I directly cast fire control, kneading these 3 terrifying elixirs into a single mass. If an orthodox alchemist were present, watching me waste 600-year spirit grass like this, they would probably cough up blood. Me break it open. It's incredibly toxic. It can even corrode my spiritual shield. Perfectly impure, fire poison, 3 major herbs and 42 auxiliary herbs, all kneaded into this lump of mud. The Poison King has refined the ultimate waste pill. For the next few days, I did nothing. Just adjusted my energy to its peak state. Because I have a hunch. The purification of the Grey Gourd will be absolutely silent. Less than 5 days, on the night of the full moon. Absorbing moonlight used to be like a whale drinking water. This time it's just plundering. Not good, too much commotion. The 3 isolation formations I buried couldn't even last 10 breaths. Before they all exploded, this worldly wonder cannot be hidden. Half an hour later, the replenishment ended. 9-vein ultimate pill. A top-tier product with 3 cloud patterns on These top. 9 cloud patterns only exist in myths and legends. And yet I did it. I actually did it. It was so hard to find you. This little rat could kill Elder Xueyun. And even erase the Blood Demon Soul Seal. I thought it was a fellow golden core. Never expected it to be a perfect sheer finding ant. If not for that lofty vision just now, which triggered the last trace of resonance from the blood seal, you really would have hidden it. Nine cloud patterns. This is impossible. You're just an ordinary cultivator. How could you refine such a divine object? Wenwu, hand over everything in your hands, and I'll leave you an intact corpse. Storm. Of a massive legendary game of 3 foundations, I'm shaking all over with fear. But when there's no way back, Miaozi suddenly stopped. Who said I ever practiced this stuff? Ha 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 ha. You actually dared to kill him, concubine. Alchemy consumed with body and soul. The medicine does not it is still useful. But I won't even glance at that waste. For the long-awaited immortal pill falls into my belly. And my world changes. This isn't medicine at all. This is the sun exploding in the Dantian. Meridians bursting instantly. But the terrifying life force of the 600-year jade expanded the meridians in the most overbearing way. How is this possible? Only pill refinement can bring about a lightning tribulation. A sheer refining ant attract a natural disaster. This is a 9-type pill envied by heaven and earth. Retreat quickly, don't get trapped by the heavenly tribulation. No one can leave today. Crazy, you're about to die. Who would draw a natural disaster into a sea of people? Unable to sleep for long. Even holding you for a breath is fine. Third brother. It's over. The Grey Gourd. It actually deflected 70% of the tribulation lightning, the remaining 30% plus the 9 soul pills. That is the heavenly wash, the final impurities of the 5 elements spiritual root. Broken for me. Thank the Great Sea. Foundation establishment. I've finally crossed this natural moat. 200 years of longevity, divine sense extending 10 miles. You just said you'd refine my liquid state. The previous book was my reaction. This is what I just said. To refine my liquid state. True divine power. "30 years of mortal life. 5 years of life and death. Today, I am loyal. Rain still falls on Foundation Establishment Cliff, but my heart is calm as the deep sea. Breakthrough and Foundation are both cool, but I can't stay on this black rock island any longer. The sound of the purple lightning tribulation just now was terrifying. High-level cultivators within 100 miles must have noticed. Who knows the life or death of the 3 blood gates? Did they send a message before dying? Must leave immediately. Every blade of grass within 20 miles is under the control of my consciousness. Sheer refining level 7 compared to this is like night and day. The full value of 2 Foundation establishment cornerstones, plus that old blood-robed ghost, is equivalent to looting the treasury of a small sect. No time to count the spoils. Run first. Wearing the shuttle, the best money and treasures, it's up to you. Forward 100 feet, 300, 500. Deep into the sea of chaos. The further the better. Only half an hour after I left, the higher-ups of the Blood-Bone Gate arrived. But though they searched the mountains and seas, they could find no trace of me. Diving into the deep sea, looking up at the sunlight, I fled under the sea for half a month, exhausting 50,000 spiritual power until the mid-grade spirit stones were drained. I finally stopped in this dead silence where even monsters don't come. Ground digging formation. Isolating seawater, hiding my aura. Only here is it safe. After Foundation establishment, I finally have time to look at myself. The Dantian that lacked internal vision is gone, replaced by this deep spiritual sea. Every drop contains explosive power. Meridians are several times wider than before, stronger than a monster's tendons. The best part is the lifespan. I can feel the life force, enough to live to 200. This is the basis of the Foundation establishment transformation. Why does this fire line have a lightning attribute? Blocked it from me. The gray gourd of the purple lightning tribulation has changed. The vines have turned silver green. The sparks remain. And the space is getting larger. The speed of inhaling spiritual energy has doubled. And I have a hunch that in the future, using Genesis Spirit fluid will likely cause mutations, bringing lightning avoidance attributes. Good boy. Not only was it not destroyed, it underwent a Nirvana evolution. This is my future in the Star Sea, the biggest trump card to let me settle down. Next, for half a year, I never left this underwater coral cave. The loot in my bag is as plentiful as ever. Over 300 mid-grade spirit stones, 70,000 low-grade spirit stones, plus a pile of top-tier treasures and formation flags. But now, I face an extremely awkward and fatal problem. The cultivation method is wrong. My market stall greenwood scripture can only be practiced to the peak of cheer refining at most. The withered tree meets spring trick is just a breath control secret. I now possess a massive amount of Foundation establishment energy, but nowhere to use it. Like a millionaire with vast wealth, but no way to spend it. I can only let it be. Wait, it's molding. Cultivation base, let alone progress, let alone making progress. If done wrong, I'll have to start over. Can't hide away any longer. Must go to the holy city of Star Island. Obtain top-tier wood or fire techniques to major in. After hibernating for half a year, the heat should have mostly passed. Time for a change of identity. Go see the Star Sea, see. True prosperity and cruelty. Star Sea, Star City. The first holy city. It isn't built on an island, but suspended directly in the center of the endless Star Sea. Light illuminates the spirit bird ships outside, like a fairyland. But to enter, no matter how rich, you have to queue honestly on the reception island below. Just take it easy. Tickets are too expensive. Scram, no snacks here. What are you doing in Heavenly Star City? Move. Here, get out of. A good dog doesn't block the path. That's the young master of the inner Siwang family. I heard his grandfather is a mid-stage alchemy cultivator. Shoo, don't look. Careful he doesn't throw you into the sea to feed the beasts. Hey. Senior pilot, haven't even collected a flying treasure yet. Let's go. My name is Luya. A lonely swordsman in his 40s. Seniors are here. Outer Gate Junior Deacon of Heavenly Star City. Junior Deacon of the Skywalker City Outer Seniors. The foundation establishment stage of the cultivation world, truly squeezing into high society. Senior, this is the Star City VIP Pass, permanent exemption. Entering the city via the high-end business district requires an entry. Seniors are local or passing residents. Please understand, senior, please use the VIP exclusive channel. No need to queue. Back in Feiyan City, I felt embarrassed over even one low-grade spirit stone. Now, just by showing a bit of cultivation, those high-level people all obediently make way for me. The spiritual energy in the inner city is so strong. One can feel it drilling into pores effortlessly. Pull any shopkeeper out of here, and their foundation establishment. Senior Liu, what grade of shop do you want to rent? Dongfu Imperial grade. At the foot of the mountain, 100 low-grade spirit stones a year. Tianziho is at the peak of the spiritual mountain, with 5th grade formations and earth fire, but the price is the most remote and quiet house in Tianziho. 3 years rent. Keep the change. 30 mid-grade spirit stones. 3,000 yuan. Senior, please wait a moment. The junior will handle the highest authority matters for you immediately. Earth Fire Room, Alchemy Room, Spirit Beast Room, all ready. Step 1. Done, time to cash in the chips in my hand. Starsea Merchant Alliance A-Rank Auction. Aiming directly at the top masters of the Golden Core path. In today's world, top cultivation methods have always been the lifeblood of major sects. This auction will surely attract a bunch of old demons to snatch them. Seems I need to get some crazy chips. Ah. The junk spirit grass left by the Bloodbone sect undead. It's time to turn them from waste to treasure. Reappear in the world. Low-grade junk spirit grass from the storage bags of Bloodbone sect wouldn't even sell at a roadside stall in Heavenly Star City. 50 to 100 years of waste. But in my eyes, these are undeveloped gold mines. Come on, let me see how heaven-defying you are after Nirvana. Crazy skin shedding. Spirit fish drilling into jade like a cage. But that's not the most magical part. The color changed, from dark red to an incredibly eerie purple gold. It mutated, and it has lightning patterns. In the world of cultivators, age matters. But the craziest thing is, this is a mutated blood jade ginseng, baptized by extreme 500 years power to replenish chi and blood. Market price is 800 low-grade spirit stones. It baptized into purple gold lightning gum. It becomes priceless. Old demons of Golden Core will go crazy for it. The one in my hand is 1,000 years old. Paired with winter melon, I have mass-produced mutants, a production line of 1,000-year elixirs. But I can't be greedy. Innocence is a crime. Bringing out too much will get me searched by the nascent soul-old demons of Heavenly Star City. The second lightning prophecy fruit cannot improve cultivation, but it can keep a woman's face forever radiant. Women of those great families will definitely go crazy for it. Enough. Only exchange for spirit stones. I need to bid for top-tier techniques. Sea Stone Dragon, the largest secret trading floor in Star City, recognizes only treasures, no origins. The one receiving me is a blind foundation establishment man. But he is very conscious, scanning me up and down the moment I entered. Thumb underscore up. The senior taking the order is here. The junior has offended. Dare I ask if senior wants to sell pills or cut the crap? 2 treasures dug up from deep-sea ruins. See if they're edible. This is a 1,000-year blood jade ginseng with mutated lightning attribute. Purple gold the legend ginseng. Pure lightning, without impurities. This is definitely a disaster. The remaining top-tier demon lightning prophecy fruit. Senior, how do you plan to sell these 2 artifacts? Urgently need spirit stones. The holiday auction is in a few days. Don't consider yourself only accept mid-grade spirit stones or high-grade magic tools. I'm not satisfied with your offer. Turning to head to the Duobao Pavilion opposite. Senior, this lightning drum sound is worth a fortune to ancestors stuck at a bottleneck. We bid 2,000 mid-grade spirit stones. It's said the wife of the Fruit Merchant Alliance president has been offering 1,500, totaling 3,500 mid-grade spirit stones. 350,000 low-grade spirit stones. Enough to buy a small sect. Seems Baikuzi's sincerity isn't enough. Meeting such a senior, better stay. If this top-tier item leaks out, the master will likely be skinned alive. 4,000 and 4,000 mid-grade spirit stones, plus a black gold VIP card for this hoard. Commission-free for future trades. This is the limit of my authority. Deal. A full 4,000. Powerful spiritual energy, all condensed into a cloud in the storage bag, plus my previous 4,300 mid-grade spirit stones. Now I finally have the qualifications to sit at the table. I'm fighting those old monsters. Just went out. A few unknown tales following. Baikuzi wants to probe my old demon background. Scan 3 times. Couldn't even find a hair. Get lost. Everything is ready. All that's missing is the east wind. Starsea Merchant Alliance A rank auction. Waiting for you to start. Ordinary features. No sun for years, skin slightly pale. This is the real me. Equally adept at pen and sword. These days I've been asking myself a fatal question. Do you still want to keep changing faces in Heavenly Star City? Alchemy cultivators live here, even nascent soul ancestors. The inner city is full of high-level formations that can see through hypocrisy. Wearing a mask or practicing disguises might seem mysterious to cheer refining eyes, but to high-level monks, they are as conspicuous as a torch in the dark. The most perfect disguise is no disguise. I am Ling Xiao, a bottom-tier cultivator who fled from the south. No one on Star Island knows Wenwu's real name or appearance. In this case, everything is a blank sheet of paper. Now that we've entered Foundation Establishment, possessing the qualification to walk under the sun, it's time to show my true face. A cultivator who shows up early and unmasked is the least likely to arouse suspicion. Starsea Merchant Alliance A rank big shots. Foundation Establishment here is just an entry ticket for colleagues. The Starsea Merchant Alliance A rank auction begins now. The first half is all magic tools, formations, and kills. I remain unmoved. I have over 4,000 mid-grade spirit stones in my arms, all for a major cultivation method that leads straight to golden core. Until the second half of the auction, where a transformation sword technique of an ancient swordsman appeared. So be sure to watch carefully. This isn't an ordinary 5 elements technique, but an extremely rare non-attribute. Pure sword technique. No attributes. My 5 elements spiritual roots are cultivation attributes are extremely slow, but this non-attribute cultivation method only practices sword chi. It's practically tailor-made for me, but the old man must be very strict. This technique is extremely powerful, but the cultivation conditions are also extremely sharp. Metal chi must be injected into the body, enduring the pain of 10,000 arrows, forging the sword base. A slight slip will break the meridians. Mid-grade spirit 1,000, each increase no less than 50. 1,000. Emptying 3 layers of foundation. The backlash of 10,000 arrows piercing the heart makes those who value their lives give up immediately. Yuan, 1,100. 1,200 yuan. Let the bullets fly for a while. 1,300, 1,500, any more? 2,000 spirit stones. Countless inspirations sweep past recklessly. I don't dodge at all, exploring to my heart's content, or a steady, heartbeat accelerating, an ordinary-looking early-stage rogue cultivator. 2,000 mid-grade spirit stones, I don't even blink. This contrast only makes them think. I have the support of a golden core old monster behind me. An unshakable iron plate. 2,000 mid-grade spirit stones. For the first time, 2,000. Second time, third time, sold. Mastered the skill. The road of Foundation Establishment is finally paid. Return to the cave. I went into seclusion for half a month, comprehending and converting the sword technique. This is indeed an extremely overbearing cultivation, using human meridians as a sheath, transforming spiritual power into sword chi. But I soon hit a bottleneck. To enter the path, one must absorb high-grade metal chi to build the sword machine. The smell of ores sold in the city is too mixed. Using them for Foundation Establishment would waste my whole life. I need natural, extremely pure, and sharp. Good. 3 monks standing outside, 1. Late Foundation Establishment. The other's a man and woman in mid-Foundation Establishment. Is fellow Taoist one here? Su Kuang said. Excuse me. Su Kuang said, I have no idea. But I'm not afraid. This is the inner city. He wouldn't dare strike even if he had 100 times more courage. Fellow Taoist Wen, the 3 of them are searching for something. It seems none of us recognize each other. Fellow Taoists, speak up. Half a month ago, a fellow Taoist spent a fortune on the sword transformation art. Fellow Taoist Su was very impressed upon hearing this. Right now, fellow Taoist must be searching everywhere for gold and forging sword arts must be a real headache, right? So? Fellow Taoist Wen, don't be nervous. We've come this time to bring fellow Taoists some good fortune. To be honest, half a year ago, 30,000 miles away in the deep sea, We discovered an ancient ruin, named the Tomb of the Grievance Sword. The seabed is thick with natural star sword marrow. It's the raw material for forging the foundation of the sword transformation, and it matches perfectly with the star sword recorded in the compendium of 100 an incredibly pure metallic treasure. Since such a treasure exists, why don't the three of you go get it yourselves? I, an obscure early-stage cultivator, suddenly encountered this fantastical situation. In the cultivation world, this is lethal poison. Fellow Taoist one knows nothing of this. The entrance is blocked by a 4 symbols interception array. This formation is extremely unique. To inject spiritual power simultaneously to open it must be at the early, middle, and late foundation. We are only missing a solid early-stage cultivator. Ordinary early-stage spiritual power is too weak. It's impossible to hold the formation and pull out the corpses. Facing the coercion of high-level cultivators at the auction, my fellow Taoists remained unfazed, demonstrating deep foundations and rigorous logic. 3046, and they even gave me a hug. Truly just opening their hearts, truly persevering for a season. They want to crush me, as easy as pinching an ant. In their eyes, I'm just a tool. He carries 2,000 mid-grade spirit stones, mobile treasure vault, but that is star sword marrow. Without it, I won't rise even in 3 or 5 years. Even if a late-stage foundation establishment cultivator, you won't have to do it yourself next time. Fine. But let's be clear first. I want 30 of the star sword marrow inside. The other treasures depend on their abilities. Excellent. Little brother one really understands. 3 days later, meet at the west port at dawn. During these 3 days, brother, go prepare some water-evading and defensive magical weapons. Since you want to use me, let's see who uses whom first. Over the next 3 days, I didn't buy any defensive magical weapons. I went to the shadiest black market shop and spent a fortune on a batch of highly unusual hidden beast incense. Using only winter melon, I ripened several plants overnight, along with toxic seaweed that can temporarily paralyze people. After crushing them, I placed them on my dozen or so top-tier bursting blue sapphires. The next batch of goods was spotless. How could I be worthy of their generous invitation? 30,000 miles deep. Light had long been completely swallowed by darkness. Su Quan, Madame Lu, and the perpetually silent Taishan. I sat in the corner. Being early-stage foundation establishment, I minimized my presence. On the way, Su Quan greeted me warmly. But I could feel Taishan looking at me, as if looking at a dead man. All right. This is it. 100-meter-tall bronze gate, 4 images intercepted the array. Brother Wenjian, Azure Dragon, Taishan, White Tiger, Madame Lu, I'll take Black Tortoise. Listen for my command. Inject spiritual power simultaneously. To open the gate. A fierce surge of sword chi erupted from the gap in the door. Such pure sword chi. It must contain star sword marrow. I kept silent, scattering a trace of colorless, odorless hidden beast incense powder, leaping toward Taishan's feet. The seawater was isolated by the array. Broken swords and bones were everywhere. A late 12th rank armored water rhino, equivalent to mid-stage foundation establishment. I intentionally suppressed my spiritual power, perfectly playing the strategy of an early-stage cultivator not attacking. Brother Wen, back off. Let me handle this. Haha. Haha, many thanks for Brother Su. You're like a real brother, don't mention it. But my heart was cold as frost. I clearly saw them exchange a look. An hour later, stars shattered. But in front of the altar appeared a silver-horned sword python. Damn the intel. Who said there was a silver-horned sword python? Half a breath. After a brief silence, it's time to see the pitiful dagger. Brother Wen, this sword python has poor eyesight. It relies on smell. Someone needs to strike with full force to the left, to lure it away. Taishan and Madame Lu blocked my retreat. No. Do it now. Is that so? Since Brother Su has spoken, I'll naturally be the bait. Once you get the sword, don't forget my share. He grunted. Pity, I can't even hold my breath for 3 counts. Prepare to extract the marrow. These aren't attack talismans. They are bursting talismans I used to neutralize poison. I didn't throw them at the beast. This was a backhand strike. Wenwu, you too. You're looking for death. The heat of the explosion instantly ignited the beast incense. I flicked it behind his feet. Like a madman, the beast gave up resistance, opened its bloody maw, and charged frantically toward Taishan. Brother, save me. How dare you do this? I had condensed my aura to the limit, wandering the battlefield like a ghost. He lightly touched the unattended altar. Brother Su. This little brother strikes first. Take your time playing. Wenwu, you too. I will kill you. A flash of blue light, and I completely vanished into the Dustblade sword. Ah. A high-grade water escape talisman hundreds of miles away. I was randomly teleported to a dark underwater cave. The water pressure here is extremely high. During the chi refining stage, one would be crushed into pulp instantly. I immediately set up 2 concealment arrays and 1 warning array. Thinking back on Su Quan, truly an old fox of the rivers and lakes. Meeting the fake core stage, the first reaction was to fill the stomach. Pity, schemers. Always end up in a mess. The Star Sword marrow is in my hand. That introverted gunmetal spirit pierced a single strike, and my palm bled. The first step of the sword transformation art is promising. I can't return to Star City now. If Su Quan escaped and intercepts me, it'll be big trouble. The stablest way is to refine it on the spot. Strengthen my power. Introduce the essence iron chi into my body, break my meridians, and build the sword root. The moment I entered, I realized 1,000 arrows fired, piercing the heart. It wasn't aimless. It was hacking at me. But I underestimated the overbearing power of the ancient sword art. It has an extremely strong resistance to the pseudo-spiritual root in my body. If I let it destroy me, I fear my meridians won't last even half an instant before snapping. Since you want to destroy it, I'll use an even more overbearing life force to reshape it. 500-year purple gold thunder drum body. Diluted creation spirit water, contain chi and blood, vitality and dominance, the power of thunder. The massive life force began to forcibly repair the meridians. And even more surprising, thunder turned out to be the natural nemesis of this Star Sword chi. It became docile. Good opportunity. Successfully condensed a drop of sword chi. This is the first time. The subsequent process became an endless cycle of agony and rebirth. I remained in secluded cultivation here for 2 months, unable to sleep at night, enduring the pain of 1,000 cuts, until 2 months later. This is my innate sword chi. What terrifying power. No sign of advancement. Instantly excited. Facing that fake core level python again. With the thunderous sonic speed and sword chi, I can definitely break its scales. Escape. Even more surprising, I could still stand after the breakthrough. My cultivation has completely stabilized at the peak of early foundation establishment. From the mid-stage, only a thin layer of window paper remains. It's time to return to Star City. I wonder if Su Quan and the others are still alive. Back at Star City, I didn't return to the inner city immediately, but went to a cultivation tea house in the outer city. In the cultivation world, many times, wisdom saves lives better than Dharma treasures. Have you heard? Inner City's Bloodhammer put out a massive bounty a few days ago. The Hua clan is offering a reward for an early-stage rogue cultivator named Manhua Hell in the Dust Ruins. Both mid-stage disciples Su Kuang are dead. Himself lost half his life, only escaping thanks to a blood escape secret technique. When Wu does he have 3 times the usual Kuang indeed didn't die. A late Foundation establishment background is indeed troublesome, but losing 2 mid-stage disciples, and the sword is enough to make him cough blood. He put a bounty on me. Clearly, he's guessed I'm hiding under the rules of Star City. 3261 want to find me? Then let you look. I'm not faking it. With no disguise at all. It was like strolling in my own yard. This is the confidence of Skyward City. Never mind late stage. Even an old core formation monster wouldn't dare fight privately here. Otherwise, the law enforcers of the Star Merchant Alliance would teach them a lesson. Looking at those spies, I knew Su Kuang would be so angry he'd flip tables. Even if he's dying of rage, he can't do anything to me. Back at the cave, I began to think about the next step. Entry into sword arts, a true hugging pillow. But my cultivation is still stuck at the peak of the early stage. Spiritual route, it would take at least 20 or 30 years of practice. I need to refine the clear water green lotus pill. The main ingredient must be a clear water green lotus over 300 years old. Only grows in the deepest parts of water vents. I don't need a high-priced finished product. That draws too much attention. I only need the lotus seeds or seedlings. He'll handle the rest. 2 days later, I went to a large shop in the City 100 Herbs Pavilion. Senior Wen, you're really making it hard for this junior. Clear water green lotus seeds are snatched up by alchemists the moment they appear. Our shop is indeed out of stock. But if Senior is truly in urgent need, I have a way. I am in urgent need. Half a month from now, the Star Merchant Alliance has a large caravan going to the water vents in the Mist Sea to harvest clear water green lotus. The caravan leader is my cousin. They're still short a few people. I guess with a solid foundation who doesn't cause trouble if Senior accompanies them. Power. Not only is the pay generous, but you can also get a lotus seed first at cost price. What do you think? Outside the city, Su Kuang said, that old dog has surely set a net outside. But if I'm on a giant ship of the Star Merchant Alliance, even with 10 times the courage, he wouldn't dare rush an official fleet. If I don't break through, the plan will be shelved indefinitely. You can sign me up. My name is Wenwu. Remember, I'm only responsible for escorting. I won't interfere in any other mess. Hee. Senior, don't worry. My cousin likes well-behaved masters like you the most. On the way back to the cave, I touched the gray gourd in my robe. Su Kuang, if you block me outside the city, you'd better pray you don't run into me. Otherwise, I don't mind borrowing a blade to send you on your way. Half a month later, Star City's East Port. The Star Merchant Alliance's giant vessel, the Treadwave. I didn't hide my cultivation, boarding as a guard. Yo, this must be Brother Wen, recommended by 100 Herbs Pavilion, led by Sun Fugue. The manager of this trip, was very polite. As long as there's money for the job, it's fine. Red Mushroom Foundation newly established. Iron Hand Foundation. Wen Xiaoge said mildly, don't be so afraid when encountering sea beasts. The first 10 days went very smoothly. We occasionally encountered some low-level sea beasts. During the refining period, guards would use ballistas to handle them. But I had a question. In an unfamiliar environment, never trust surface-level calm. Every night, I would compress my consciousness, silently covering the whole ship. Until the 13th day. The soundproofing barrier in the bottom cargo hold was weak. Fine. I used dry wood and a spring formula to block my breath, prying with extreme caution. Manager Sun's route is wrong. This isn't the way to the Mist Sea. The regular route has no profit. The employer called for a detour to Bone Reef. Dead Bone Reef is a notorious nest of Jieshu. You brought 100,000 spirit stones to their deaths. The employer is using this cargo to capture the masters of Dead Bone Reef. I actually ran into Jieshu, and that Wenwu, cannon fodder for life. As long as you hold out for one instant, the employer will close the net. After the incident, both you and I will get 20,000 spirit stones and a realm-breaking pill to boot. But Wenwu is too calm. It's eerie. An early-stage cultivator with no background? Wait for the withered bone set. I have a way to block his retreat. Using me as cannon fodder? I have no interest in opposing you. But I boarded for that lotus seed. Since you want to play, I'll play with you to the end. I'm not doing any leapfrog moves. That doesn't mean I can't muddy the waters. 2 days later, at dawn. Fully concentrated. Entering the edge of the mist sea. Watch for sea beasts. Men, kill them all. Women, take them away. This fat sheep is ours. Withered Bone Sect. Brother Wenhonggu, follow me to meet the enemy. Block the one with the axe. Haha. You want to use me as cannon fodder? Today, let's see who the real hunter is. Die, pretty boy. 3 of them practiced chi cultivation. Coordinated perfectly. No spiritual power leaked. A pure burst of physical strength. 3rd child. How is this possible? Melee combat is terrifying. The show is just beginning. Clean and efficient. Not a shred of sloppiness. I didn't even pick up the storage bags. Because my consciousness had already locked onto them. Manager's son, Brother Tai. Save me. As expected, they're using us as bait. Hold them off. Let them do their shady business. I'm going for the goods. Then you'll have to ask if I'm willing. The next taboo is being bad to the big boss. Winning amidst chaos is the king's way. Withered bone. I've waited a long time for you. Old High of the Star Merchant Alliance. You were actually hiding on the ship. Hi, do you really think you can keep this demon here this time? Wait for death. The opportunity has come. I lurked like a dead man, silently slipping into the large breach to reach the bottom floor. Black jade box. High-level seal. This was personally guarded by Old High. Blue water lotus. Who's putting stuff away? What do you want? Go fishing. Fine. Qinwen Wu, you lunatic. Blowing up the bottom of the ship in the deep sea is a dead end for you. But for me, it's smooth sailing. Goodbye. The underwater world. Endless darkness and cold. High-grade water protection. In one go, swam 200 miles. When my spiritual power was exhausted, I was in an abyss without a trace of light. I didn't stop. A shuttle made of black crystal. I slipped inside. This is truly good news. Under protection. I took out the jade box snatched from the merchant ship. Inside were blue water lotus seeds. 300-year-old living lotus seeds, and the ripening. Grey gourd. To be refined into pills. Breaking through to mid-stage foundation establishment will be no problem. This type of spirit body must be injected with abundant and ever-flowing water vent. Sun Fugue said. The original route had an area dense with water vents, meaning one must be nearby. I compressed my consciousness into a thin line and began a 5-day carpet search. It was an exhausting search. I persisted for 5 whole days. Finally, I found it. It's a hidden natural cave. The aura of this spring is 30% richer than the cave dwellings in Skyward City. But next to the water vent, a peak second-rank mid-stage demon beast was lying on the ground, equivalent to mid-stage foundation. This physique rivals the best defensive Dharma treasures. Except for the eyes and belly, it has almost no weaknesses. Frontal assault? I'm not very good at fighting in deep-sea environments, but the next instance can sweep. When do I ever need to rely on brute force? I retreated to the narrow passage. Like a patient hunter, I set the line. First-rank top-tier ice talismans, 10 second-rank low-tier dungeon talismans. Layout complete. Running on dry wood to meet the spring. I'll take total control. His body is too large. The tunnel limits his speed. From now on. Extreme cold. Freezes his joints. Movement speed reduced by 30. He slowed down here. I didn't hack through his indestructible shell, but along the cracks he exposed. This single sword strike consumed nearly 30 of my essence. But it was brilliant. A zero-casualty insta-kill of a mid-stage Foundation establishment. This is the law of the immortal world. Brainpower plus calculation is always more lethal than brute force. Inside the cave. Next is my cultivation retreat, preparing to farm. It is time to strike at the Foundation establishment core. Within the water rock grotto, I have set up an array, solid as an iron wall. I placed 3 clear water lotus seeds and green lotus seeds buried in the spiritual soil of the spring. The spiritual energy and living water here make it a perfect spot for sowing. But I cannot wait. Hundreds of years of natural growth. Every night at the full moon, I surface, letting the gray gourd suckle the moonlight. After condensing the creation spiritual liquid, I feed it to the spring lotus seeds. Time loses meaning in the darkness of the deep sea. 6 months later, the lotus growing in the water reflects an appearance vastly different from ancient records. Absorbing thunder and creation spiritual liquid, it mutated into purple thunder. Blue water lotus, a mutated spirit herb with terrifying effects. But can I endure the elixir refined from this thing? I cannot. Cultivation is a struggle against heaven for life. One cultivates because of the fear of death. I pull out the spirit herb, take out dozens of auxiliary ingredients, and still follow the old rules. The ultimate discarded pill talisman. 3 days later, 5 waste pills radiating violent thunder toxins are released. I do not hesitate. I stuff them into a winter melon. It is another full moon night. When the winter melon absorbs the moonlight, these are no longer ordinary pills. This is the 3-striped luriding. During the struggle, the violent purple thunder acts like countless tiny hammers, madly battering my flesh and blood. The pain is 10 times more intense than absorbing star sword shards. But I do not even grunt. I run like a madman, waterwood sword style, shattering with lightning. The golden spirit sea within my dantian begins to expand at a speed visible to the naked eye until it has expanded more than 5-fold. The barrier of my realm shatters before this thunderstorm. Early stage to mid-stage. I feel the powerful true essence surging within my body, and a more solid thunder echo sword pull. I once had an illusion. Now, one punch can break the shell of a mid-tier rank 2 golden armored crab. This is the mid-foundation establishment. In just 2 or 3 years, I rose from the bottom with nothing to become a backbone of the Star Sea. Such speed is enough to shame the geniuses of the great sex. But this is the result of a lifetime of countless calculations forcibly pieced together with the gourd, plus the remaining top-tier pills. Consolidation was effortless. Sun Fuguei, Iron Hand, and that employer, Bloodhammer Su Kuang. You treated me as cannon fodder. Now I am qualified to return and settle the score with you. Inner Star City. After stabilizing my realm for 3 months, I pushed open the stone door, feeling the Foundation establishment essence surging within, my eyes cold. Trumps must be hidden where others cannot see them. On the surface, my cultivation remains the same as when I left. I went directly to the inner city's most famous intelligence black market, Listening Wind Pavilion. Senior Wen. You want to ask about Sun Fuguei and Su Kuang? He has been in the spotlight lately. Over half a year ago, the merchant ship was robbed by Elder Shangmeng of the Bone Sect. Elder Hai and the robbers perished together. Elder Hai is indeed dead. No wonder Sun Fuguei dares to be so unscrupulous. Actually, miraculously survived. He pushed Sun Fuguei back, saying the ship was robbed because of a ghost. That would be you. He said you cheated and stole the best treasure. Shangmeng was furious, putting a bounty on Bloodhammer Su Kuang, and we are offering a high reward for you too. Sun Fuguei and Su Kuang hit it off. The net is cast, waiting for you to appear. I see. The thief cries thief. Using the merchant alliances means to pressure me, then I will use my strength. I paid a high price for a set of rank 2 peak tier heavenly dragon trapping array. The lotus seeds have been planted, but inside this jade box is also the Star Merchant Alliance's exclusive sealing secret tool. The lotus seeds have been planted, but this thing can still be used. It is time for the Merchant Alliance to hear another version. Send this to the entrance of the Star Merchant Alliance law enforcement. Don't open it, understand? Sun Fuguei colluded with bandits to fix it. The thief cries thief. Wants to know the location of the core treasure and the truth. See you in 3 days at the haunted house circle. The goods have been sent. The next step is to draw them out. Look, that green-robed cultivator is a master on the Snow Mountain list. How does he dare show his face? Go notify Su Kuang and Hall Master Sun quickly. Hurry up. Don't make me wait too long. 3,000 miles outside the haunted house, Yuan Star City, shrouded in black mist year-round, with intense magnetic storms inside. A cultivator's consciousness will be greatly weakened. The deeper you go, the greater the trouble. Too many reefs. Outsiders cannot fly normally in the air. They can only stay in the sea. A day later, I reached the center of the haunted house's original site. I won't fall into madness or kill without blinking. He might not take the chance to attack me head-on later. To silence me, Sun Fuguei will definitely drag Su Kuang to the law enforcement. Once you see the Jade Grotto shards, they will send experts to shadow you. What should I do? Let them fight it out in the haunted house abyss first. The mist in the haunted house abyss is too thick. The sound of waves hitting the reefs remains. The heavenly dragon trapping array is hidden in the underwater reefs, leaving only a trace of life signs, enough for them to crawl in themselves. Haha. Wenwu, you bastard. You actually dared to appear outside the city. Su Kuang was heavily injured by a fake core monster in the Qinyuan sword. It took him over 6 months to recover. The Star Sword essence also fell into my hands. Of course he hates me. Brother Su, you must be mistaken? Didn't you make me the bait in the sword curse? I just ran a bit faster. Why so angry? Stop talking nonsense with him. Wenwu, you colluded with the Dead Bones sect to rob and repair, sinking a merchant ship, taking the Alliance's treasures. Today I will take you to hell and return what belongs to the Alliance. Manager Sun, there isn't a soul for 100 miles. Who are you really working for? How did the merchant ship sink? Where did Elder Hai go? You really don't know. The employer made you take the Bone Bridge route. Wasn't it to divert personnel and keep the spoils? How will you split it? It's not locked now. Pin the blame on a loose cultivator like me who just reached Foundation establishment. Nonsense. What nonsense? Iron Hand. He was blown up at the bottom of the warehouse. Even his body wasn't found. Come on, you want to kill me? To cover up your crime of colluding in robbery and killing Elder Xiangmei. Pity you are in such a hurry. Brother Su, don't delay. Later, we'll change our tune together and kill him. The Star Sword is yours. Everything else on him is mine. I really want to die. Late Foundation establishment. Mid-Foundation establishment. A direct confrontation at the early stage isn't worth it. The array. Eyes are stuffed with 10 mid-grade spirit stones. This money-burning array won't be broken easily. Fine. Sun Fuguei, you double-crosser. The twin devils of Zhuofa Hall have arrived. 2 peak Late Foundation establishment experts. Only a step away from core formation. Wenwu, both ways. The old man still has doubts. I didn't expect you to actually tell the truth. Colluding with robbers and killing Elder Hai. You get what you deserve. The law enforcement elder mistakenly thought this was the boy's discord. He holds the soul probe to find the truth. The situation has reversed. Damn bastard. To actually lure Su Kuang from the Star Law Hall. Crazy is crazy, but not stupid. Two peak late foundation establishment He won't vent his anger here. Brother, son, find your own way out. Run if you want to run. You go too far. Did you really think I could handle it? Late foundation establishment indeed makes a lot of noise. Wen Wu, you insidious villain. Even if I die, I won't let you off. Hidden for so long. It's time to let him see clearly. Mid-foundation establishment? When did you break through? Over 6 months ago? You were still at the early stage. That question. You will never know the answer. I'll be blunt. I don't put on an act. But I don't play stalling tactics with people of the same level. Switch to sword technique. Thunder sword chi. Yes? Such a domineering spy. Wen Wu too encountered the elders of the law enforcement hall. This man committed too much evil. The younger generation was so angry they first. Please forgive me. Elder Wen, your sword skills are truly amazing. You provided the clues. That helped the Alliance root out the internal ghost. The Master accepts your kindness, taking Sun Fugui's storage bag back for business. But his people owe you a great debt. Thank you, Elder. Ah. Haha. Haha, little friend Wen. This man is Su Kuang, the one who put a bounty on you in the black market, right? Precisely because he is your enemy. And has no background. The old man won't keep him. Consider him a small gift from Xiangmei. The two elders walked away slowly. Now only one final account remains. Don't provoke me, it won't end well for you. Brother Su. Next time you team up, don't treat your teammates as cannon fodder. This feud is over. Using the Star Merchant Alliance's blade to remove enemies at late Foundation establishment, leaving the Alliance in my debt. Leave a ghostly affection first. Leave no chance for tracking. No consciousness can follow. Go a bit further. Too far. Just right for stockpiling supplies. All the wealth of a late Foundation establishment cultivator. You should have some savings anyway. Su Kuang is gone. The remaining forces can't stop me. I am not poor anymore. But this is still a bit exaggerated. So fat. One or two mid-grade snacks. 320 yuan. And tens of thousands of low-grade spirit stones. But these are enough for me to splurge in the inner city for years. Many pills for improving cultivation and healing wounds at Foundation establishment. Pity the fire toxin and blood-sucking pills are too heavy. I can't use Su Kuang's evil techniques. I can only sell them. The truly interesting things are these three. The bloodshedding escape method. Su Kuang dared to be so tyrannical. City relies on this secret technique. Though the side effects are huge, it has unique life-saving power. Even the law enforcement elder's golden mirror almost failed to stop it. Keep it as a trump card. Obsidian crystal. A top-tier magic tool, even a prototype can be useful. Though this material lacks 5 elements attributes, its toughness is excellent. If integrated into the Thunder Echo Sword pole, the sharpness can be improved. I can't see through this thing. The front has the character bang. The back is a star map. No spiritual power fluctuations, yet unusually heavy. Even my consciousness cannot penetrate it. He was also isolated by Su Kuang. The consciousness J-box is packaged separately. It's something only late Foundation establishment cultivators can collect. Definitely not an ordinary object. Forget it, I'll ask back at Star City. Spirit stones returned, spirit pills sold. Secret materials and tokens sealed separately. Su Kuang's generation has gained enough power for me to go further. Star City, I will be back soon. 5 days later, I return to Star City with a swagger. When Wu for all. The spies watching me are cleared out. I heard Sun Fugui's cronies were all publicly executed. This guy isn't a bounty hunter now, but a VIP of the Merchant Alliance. I heard Shang Meng's people went to his house to apologize in person. From being decried by everyone to sitting in the guest seat. Only a few days. But I know. They don't respect the victim. Strength. A strike of thunderous sword chi is enough for many to re-evaluate me. In Star City, true respect lies only in cultivation and killing power. Senior, this is the VIP directive issued by the Merchant Alliance. In addition, the rent for the Heaven-tier Haodong abode is waived for the next 10 years. With these benefits, you can gain. But do not squander. What we really need to figure out is this matter. Inquire for black market news. Better change identity. The black market outside the city is a mixed bag. Exactly where to inquire. The shopkeeper is asking about an item. 30. Mid-grade spirit stones. A good opportunity for this is the entry order for the Tiangang Dark Club. Tiangang Dark Association. Star City holds a very large formal auction every 50 years. But those precious ancient relics are invisible. Stolen goods forbidden by sects cannot be put on the formal stage. So a month before the formal auction, several hermits and core formation veterans jointly host the Tiangang Dark meeting. This gathering only recognizes credentials. No wonder Su Kuang hid it so tightly. Those who can enter were at least peak late Foundation establishment last time. Or the true power of a family. There are top-tier medals in the Dark meeting. Or lightning attribute sword paths. My reincarnation sword style is only a shard from early Foundation establishment. It cannot possibly complete the golden core. Haha. Senior jokes. In the Tiangang Dark meeting, never mind shards of cultivation methods. Even the complete legacy of an ancient swordsman. As long as you can afford it, you can buy it. However, it's rarely traded with spirit stones. Mostly bartering. And it's full of vicious old foxes. Easy to get in. Hard to get out alive with the treasure. Understood. The Tiangang Dark meeting might be my chance to complete my sword legacy. I must attend. Not just for subsequent sword techniques, but also for the chance at core formation. But there were peak late Foundation establishment rivals last time. Maybe even fake core monsters for protection. I might reluctantly try to get something from them. This is simply a lion's opening mouth. More troublesome is, I have no magic treasures or magic pills. Only rank 2 ordinary things. I can't impress those old foxes. Seems I can only find a fault in the spirit herbs. 23 months until the Tiangang Dark meeting. 23 months is just a short observation for others. It's enough for me to create a miracle. If you really want this pure purple electric bamboo root, 50 mid-grade spirit stones. Haha. In less than 10 years, spiritual masters will look like trash to them. The Black Demon Iron's gold artifact is perfect for transforming the spirit field. Now, it's up to you. 3909 the first drop. Thumb underscore up. The second drop, spiritual power begins to recover. The older the age, the bigger his appetite. Relying only on creation spiritual liquid isn't enough. Plus the thunder echo sword chi. Once the sword chi loses control, he will turn to ash. It's a gamble. A bet on the future. After absorbing the black goblin iron, he actually mutated into purple gold thunder echo bamboo, 1,000-year gold thunder dual attribute heavenly treasure. Not to mention laid foundation establishment. Even core formation sword wielder old monsters would flock to it. With this chip, the Tian Gang Dark Meeting, I'll take it. 3 days until the Tian Gang Dark Meeting. The real battle of dragons and tigers belongs to high-level cultivators. The Tian Gang Dark Meeting hidden deep underground in Star City. The natural magnetic storms here are extremely intense. Once consciousness leaves the body more than 3 feet, it will be shredded. This is no joke. Over 30 people arrived. Shen was suppressed, but there was still unease in their eyes. None are below late foundation establishment. There are even old monsters. Of the third stage of core formation. I must not show weakness here at mid-foundation establishment. To them. In this room, I am at the bottom. If seen as a husky in a wolf pack. Don't expect to see the sun tomorrow. Mid-core formation. Stronger than those 3 in the front row. Thanks to all colleagues. This Tian Gang Dark Meeting is hosted by Old Ghost Detective. Business as usual. The Old Ghost brings out the treasures. For bidding. Snacks or bartering both work. Highest bidder wins. Both buyers and sellers will be executed. Full of killing intent. Stop the nonsense. First item, 800-year-old blood Bodhi. Extends life, significantly boosts physical. Starting price 100 yuan plus 1 high-grade spirit stone. Or an equivalent life-saving magic tool. Top-tier spirit stone. The starting price of the first item instantly kills Su Kwang's entire network. First item, top-tier spirit stone. My bid is my best defensive tool, the Black Tortoise Shield, plus 30 top tier, Spirit Stones, 700-year-old Ghostwood area, 1 protective treasure, 3 life-saving kills. Blood Bodhi is good. But I don't understand. Just find the seed. Old pills aren't what I lack most. I came here for only one purpose. Ancient Relic Illustrated Volume 1. Suspected to be from an ancient cultivation abode. 200 high-grade spirit stones plus a set of 5 elements array flags. Formation. Stage. Of. Naval warfare. These things are enough to cause a bloody stir outside. But never move when you shouldn't. Finally, the ultimate showdown. The real drama is about to unfold. This is one of the 3 final treasures of this dark gathering. Protective spiritual chi. Such powerful sword chi. The Thunder Echo Sword Pole summons him to transform. Sword Style Shards. And the Poison Gold Sword Essence Shards left by Ancient Swordsman. This sword technique, though it only covers mid-foundation establishment to early core formation, is immensely powerful. The swordsmen present should all be aware, to refine this object. Below the core formation stage, its sword chi is nearly invincible. To me, this item is A mid-grade auxiliary single cultivation sword. With a thunderous roar and the full condensation of sword this item will absolutely not be traded for spirit stones. The seller's lifespan is nearing its end. As long as any one of these 3 items is provided. A 1000-year thunder attribute heaven and earth spirit root. A top-quality dust-shedding pill, alchemy success rate 30. Or a treasure that extends life by 200 years. Among these 3 conditions, one might be lesser than the others. Senior, these conditions are too harsh. This old man has a 500-year thunder fruit, plus 200 high-grade spirit stones. It should suffice. The seller says, not 1 day less than a year will do. Otherwise the auction fails. Can't wait any longer. Just 1 breath remains. As expected, these old foxes fear those they can't see through most. A piece of purple gold thunder echo bamboo, 1,200 years old? What? Just cutting off 1 node is enough to make one's heart ache. This is a 1000+ year, purple gold thunder echo bamboo. And it's a mutated dual attribute treasure. This thing is priceless. Exchange it for this half scroll and a broken sword fragment. If it's a loss, this old man takes responsibility. Had the seller give you another 500 high-grade spirit stones. I don't have much time. What do you want those broken stones for? Deal or no deal? Deal, immediately. Don't show your hand when you get it. No one dares test me with their lives anymore. An old monster who can casually take 1000-year identity spirit pearl. You better not provoke it here. 3 hours later. The Dark Association. To protect the privacy of participants. Randomly activated 12 teleportation arrays. After a bout of intense vertigo, the scenery before my eyes shifted abruptly. A salty sea breeze hit my face. This is already 500 miles from Star City. I didn't flee immediately. Instead, you followed me all the way. Since we've reached this barren mountain, there's no need for you to hide anymore, is there? What keen insight. No wonder you dared to flaunt your wealth before those old monsters. That was the dark meeting. The sword cultivator who wanted to trade a heavenly thunder fruit. The moment you appeared at the dark meeting, the pressure of a pseudocore indeed scared the Ghost Walker gang. But you can't fool me. I specialize in the water mirror spirit particle, though I can't see through your disguise. I can see through your bone age and blood chi. Your true bone age definitely doesn't exceed 40, a 40-year-old monk. Even if you started cultivating in the womb, at death, you'd only be at the foundation establishment. Were you coerced using a demon core? A good guess. Pity the dead don't need to know the truth. Hand over the remaining purple gold under echo bamboo. One stalk is 1,200 years old. You must still have the roots in your hand. Hand it over, and I'll leave you an intact corpse. And if not? And if not? Then seek death. Laid foundation established swordsman. Full strength strike. This power is truly terrifying. It's hard to leap. But if the terrain is right, prepare to set off again. That's another matter entirely. Since you cultivate water attribute, don't you know that water conducts electricity? Heavenly Dragon Trapping Array. This barren island has now become a sealed water prison. Sword transformation art. Frenzied purple lightning. Give it everything. You lunatic. With this indiscriminate attack, you'll be electrocuted too. With all due respect, I knew. Master Thunder Echo Sword. He'll never understand, even in death. Why was he killed by a sword at the start of his foundation? You're very clever. To have seen through my disguise. Pity you couldn't find my plug-in and my brain. Star City should return to take orders. Still not working. Forcibly practicing the return to village is truly lethal. 2 years, and I'm still stuck at this step. Since the Sky Gang Dark meeting, I have completely sealed the cave. I have both the mid-grade scroll fragment and 1 kilogram of sword marrow. The initial was barely built on star sword marrow and purple gold thunder bamboo. To enter the late stage, sword G, must draw 10,000 year profound gold evil into the body to temper the sword bones. Profound gold evil is dangerously hard to find. It's not that I haven't tried other methods. At the foundation stage, I bought a metal monster skeleton intending to test it with the Grey Gourd. The result was 0 lethality, leaving only a puddle of powder. The Grey Gourd's cornerstone is the vitality of ancient withered vinewood attribute. It can ripen spirit herbs, but it cannot create metal purple evil spirits without a profound gold whistle. I might be stuck at the peak of mid-foundation for life. I've searched all major merchant guilds, and haven't seen it at auction for hundreds of years. To search the deep sea outside the city, the range is too large and the risk too high. Whoa. These are no ordinary guests. 2 Iron Guard enforcers directly from the Star Sea Elders Council. P. Late Foundation Establishment buildings. Just 1 step away from the Pseudo-Core Realm. Scholar Warrior Taoist of East Mansion, Heaven number 67. I am an Iron Guard of the Galaxy. Commander Zhao Huffing of the Council, please exit by the Supreme immediately and respond to the Supreme Order. Something big happened in Star City. No escape. 2 people at the door blocking the way. Finish the business first, lest they miss the details. The younger generation of Scholar Warrior Taoists meets my cultivation just reached a critical moment. I came out late. Please forgive me. Fellow Taoist Wen, don't be nervous. Back when you helped Shang Meng and Guiyuan against Sun Fugue, your track record was clean. You've enjoyed the city's spiritual nourishment. Now it's time to help. The younger generation's strength is weak. I don't know what the council wants the younger generation to do. Not just you. From foundation stage to full moon, the entire inner city has been disrupted. No one can escape. Half a month ago, an ancient ruin in the Thousand Clouds Immortal Sea was breached. Named the Falling Star Abyss. In such a place, if juniors enter with this level of cultivation, I fear it will be hard to come out alive. Above the core formation approaching stage triggers the self-destruct restriction. Only foundation stage cultivators can enter through the gap. Go in and break the restriction. Find ancient jade slips and rare materials. And come out alive. The council is seriously injured. Seniors' meridians were recently damaged. Even level 10 strength couldn't save a person. Can you resist these symptoms with spirit stones? Wen Wu, have you been in that cave too long? The Elders' Council isn't a place for snacks and bargaining. Half an hour later, assemble at the platform in the central plaza. Don't think of running. Your breath is already locked by the soul-chasing lock. We have no choice. Over 4,000 mid-grade spirit stones, and the Fulu Townstone tablets. All mine now. In the ruins, if there are weapon types or refining winds, perhaps there is also mysterious gold evil. Can I break through to late foundation stage? Just this once. 400 to 500 foundation cultivators. Even at late foundation, nearly 30. Would not come here voluntarily. In such a place, the less conspicuous, the safer. This fellow Taoist is watching. Elderly gang of 1,000 yuan's expression. A late foundation stage might consciously sneak attack. He's an old hand. It is. Seniorly. The younger generation's Wenwu is just a recluse rogue cultivator. The falling star abyss is dangerous. It's too disadvantageous for a rogue to go solo. Brother Wen, are you interested in teaming up? How can you go with me? Old Manly, you're recruiting people again. How long can he last like this? Wenwu, don't blame me for not warning you. The last people who explored a secret realm with him, not a single one returned. Thank you for the warning, Fairy. The younger generation is still used to being alone. Since you refuse, this old man doesn't mind. Down to the bottom of the abyss. Everyone does what they can. Down to the falling star abyss. If he dares try anything, I'll deal with him first. Deacon Lei Wanshan of the Starseek Council. A man of few words. Stop fooling around. You all understand the Rising Star Abyss teleportation array is set. To facilitate sound and spirit detection, the park is isolated from outside. Inside are the ruins of the ancient Profound Heaven Sword sect, containing many opportunities, but also filled with ancient sword arrays and puppets. Your mission is: open the safe passage to the Sword Chi Pavilion. Find the Sex Gold command inside the pavilion. Cultivation methods, treasures, and pills obtained within. Upon exit, the elders will only take 30. The remaining 70 belongs to the one who brings out the Sex Gold command. The elders will guarantee they can refine pills in peace, and they will be promoted directly to honorary elder of the inner city. The higher the conditions offered, the more dangerous it is inside. 400 or 500 enter. Very few come out. Teleportation array. Go now. Maintain elemental balance. The teleportation is too chaotic. Cannot be mixed, no bottom line. Must remain conscious. Protect yourself upon arrival. The first thing after landing is defense. Something's not right here. No sun, no moon, no stars. The air is filled with rust and the scent of death. What's happening? Consciousness cannot reach beyond 3 feet. There is no heaven and or spirit chi here. None at all. He's draining my true essence. Don't seal your breath. I'm going to die here. The teleportation scattered the crowd completely. Only a dozen people remain nearby. Spirit chi is shattered. A wave of the hand still draws true essence. The elders didn't mention this. The first step into falling star abyss is death. If you want to leave alive, trust no one. There is no protection from heaven and earth spirit chi here. Every flicker of spirit chi consumes true essence. What is this place? My spirit power is dissipating. I'm not staying here. Fool, don't provoke the true essence. I'm flying up. Watch out, don't stop me. He really flew up. Is there a way out above? No. Help. My vital energy is being snatched away. Can't last 3 breaths. Don't take off anymore. Whoever moves their true essence falls first. The first law of falling star abyss. True essence is life. You saw it, right? This mist is very sensitive to fluctuations in vital energy. The greater the fluctuation, the stronger the backlash. Old Ghostly, stop talking nonsense. You can't recover spirit power here alone. You can only rely on pills and spirit stones. You have something to say? You won't last long going alone, even if we do nothing. As long as we maintain the body's protective aura, pills and spirit stones can sustain us for 3 months. Seniorly, what should we do? Can you give us some guidance? We'll listen to you. From now on, an alliance. The 12 of us must be in the same boat. Share wisdom. Advance and retreat together. The alliance travels light. What if someone attacks from behind? What if someone swallows treasure alone? So you must make a blood oath. Each person drop a drop of essence blood, vowing not to harm each other in the falling star abyss. The claws of the violator. Cultivation completely destroyed. This old man is the first to vow. Who's next? You can step forward now. I'm in. Snow Fairy, what about you? I can join too. Who dares use me to scout the path? I will surely make them pay. Brother Wen, we're all in this together. What do you think? Senior Li has great foresight. The younger generation is naturally happy to serve. It's just that this junior injured his meridians before and has little ammunition left. I fear I'm powerless to explore and would waste resources. Don't worry, Brother Wen. Since you joined the league, just hold your ground, don't charge the front. You guard the flank of the middle path. Many thanks, Senior Li. The younger generation must not cause trouble. The blood oath of inner demons is a shackle to others. It's just a thin thread to be repaid. They think I lack pills. Hundreds of top-tier pills are still in the Grey Gourd. I'm not afraid of being swallowed by this competition. You must play weak for now. Pretend they've completely ignored me. Now that the alliance is formed, we cannot stay long. This compass can sense faint metal spirit heaven swords. The strongest are centered on sword cultivation. Mostly follow the core direction. Unable to fly. Just keep moving forward. They put me in the middle. Nominal protection. Actually keeping watch. The scent is getting stronger. Stop. Senior Li. What is it? Prepare. Ah. What is this? Guardian puppets. Of the ancient sword Lux. They have no souls, unfazed by illusions, bodies of gold essence and iron, intensity at least at peak mid-foundation physical training. The puppets are just peripheral figures. Hold on, don't panic. They've slept too long. Their spirit power source is drained. They now rely on the power of residual arrays to move. Fend them off. Mana consumption? Easier said than done. We can't afford the loss of true essence. They're too fast. Blocking them head-on consumes massive vital energy. In the middle. I'm going to break his breastplate. Hey! It didn't break. Profound Ice Slash. Grab him. This sword took a heavy loss. Brother Wen, don't just stand there. Junior obeys. I'm acting now. Go. Is this fire warming him up? Move. Sorry. Luckily no one expects much from me. My treasure. Methane is rubbing against me. This is my best treasure. Stop shouting. Break the joints first. A lethal blow. Press his shoulder joint according to this weakness. One more time. It's over. Just too much peripheral consumption. In this battle, their consumption was huge. All pills, talismans, and magic tools are decreasing. Though ancient puppets are hard to deal with, they must have energy cores inside. That's excellent material. For refining magic tools, the gun core. This thing is very precious. This isn't ordinary metal spirit power. It's a crystal of Western black gold evil spirit. 3 cores aren't enough, but they prove one thing. There must be true mysterious gold evil in the depths of falling star. 3 gold essences. Worth a fortune. According to the rules of the Donghua Alliance, who contributed the most? Who gets priority selection? Snow Fairy decapitated 1. It should be split equally. I helped just now too. Seniorly, this junior has an unfriendly request. The younger generation isn't good at fighting, but I know a bit about mechanical puppets. These broken joints have fragments of ancient arrays. The younger generation wants to study them. This junior doesn't want to get rich off just gold. Wants a few pieces of scrap iron remains and broken joints. Can't save my life, yet broken copper and iron. As you wish, if you want to betray me, scrap no one will stop you. Brother Wen is determined. Since you want the remains, take all the trash on the ground. Thank you, seniorly. Thank you, fellow Taoists, for helping me succeed. There's a trace of evil chi left in the scrap armor, enough to verify. Ah, it works. This thing can really temper sword chi. The evil spirit in the crystal core is too complex. I'm in no hurry to argue. Pure mysterious gold evil. Must be deep in the ruins. Where is old Ghostly going next? Wait for the compass to point the way. Over there. The needle is very sensitive. There should be large metal array ruins ahead. Likely just outside the Sword Chi Pavilion. The sex forbidden card might be just ahead. First, absorb the first wisp of mysterious gold evil. The thing I want from the Sword Chi Pavilion should be right before my eyes. After destroying the puppets, we walked for 3 days. The mist is getting thicker. The rate of true essence loss has doubled. I only have 3 bottles of rejuvenation pills left. Can't go any further. Li Changgang, is your compass accurate? 3 days, and nothing but black mist and stones. Fellow Taoist Zhang can't trust this old guy. You can lead the Donghua Alliance yourself. No one's forcing you with a blade. A golden light flashes. The sword chi is getting denser. The path is correct. We've arrived. There's light ahead. The black mist disappears here. There must be an array ahead. Found it. The palace is the heart. I found the sex gold command. It's inside. If you find it, you get a free pill. Don't be happy too soon. An important site of the ancient sword sect. Impossible without an array. This square formation is eerily quiet. Ancient killing array. Don't get your hopes up too soon. This is ancient sword sect territory. There's no way there are no formations. This square array is eerily quiet. Ancient killing formation. The Tai spectral myriad sword array. These are the guardians of the Xianxia sword sect. The core formation. Even the Jiedon ancestor is dead. Snow Fairy has a keen eye. But this formation is already completely broken. It's running entirely on residual spiritual energy now. Old Ghostly, what are you trying to say? Stop stalling. There must be a problem with the Sacred Gates formation. Find a safe node. Besides, you can just walk across. Find a safe node. How did you find it? One wrong step, and even your primordial spirit will be crushed. Then let us gamble with our lives. Brother Zhao agreed to Zhou Meng's proposal to help each other. Your cultivation is the weakest. Go in and scout the way. We will guide you from behind with our consciousness. No, I want to go. This is suicide. We once took a blood oath. Never to kill one another. My true essence is incredibly precious. I don't have time to watch you cry. Let me go in and find a way out. You can't do this to me. Old man. Even if I become a ghost, I won't let you go. I just saw. 3 feet to his left. The sword chi paused for half a breath. That is the first safe node. The phalanx is 100 feet wide. We need more hands for trial and error. This great array is a panacea built of mysterious golden evil. Just enter and inhale the miasma to break through. Senior Lee. This junior once read a tattered ancient text in Tianqing City. This ancient sword array has a flaw. Oh? The boy understands the flaw of this formation. You used to pick scrap metal for a living because you're good at this. No, this junior doesn't understand. I'm just a blind man. My cultivation is low. I'll never make it across. Hee. Understand? You'll know after 2 steps. Wait. You one-eyed freak. You're forcing me in. I'll be crushed in 3 steps. You can't see the flaw. Senior Lee, I can scout the way. But I want your 2nd grade golden bell talisman and 50 mid-grade spirit stones. If you don't give them to me, I'll cut out your little brat. You're looking for trouble. The old man gives you things, and you dare to play tricks. Even if the old man uses the formation to counterattack. Thank you, senior. It's not too late. Please. Step 1. Lift the gate. 3 steps forward left. I've got it. It works. Success. Step 2 is 1 step forward with the right foot. Almost there. Just the last bit left. Pure killing intent. Brother Wen, stop. The formation ahead is complete chaos. The old man can't deduce the path. Use the ancient book to see where to go next. I still can't deduce the route. Old Ghostly wants to use me as a stepping stone. Today, I'll show you what it means to invite a wolf into the house. Boo. Xuanwu, you lunatic. Do you want to drag us all down with you? Come on. Mystic gold ointment essence. Help me break through this golden threshold. Is this true destruction? Strange sword technique. Give me late stage essence. I must disguise myself. Old Ghostly and the others will never die. Master of both pen and sword. The old man is going to skin you alive. Well, kid, the old man asks going to kill you. Spare me. I didn't do it on purpose. I accidentally stepped on an empty sword point. This junior traded ancestral stars for battle charms. Only half of me died. Old Ghostly killed him. It was a waste of energy. Look ahead. The sword chi pavilion has opened. You're being honest now. Wait until the old man gets the treasure and settles scores just begun. Ancient guardian pavilion beast, the golden-eyed swordsman. Who will step onto the stairs first? Summon the thunder. Old Ghostly, you still want me to try? The point is, everyone is going to die here together. Ha 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 ha. The old man is seriously injured. How can he have the strength to try? Wen Wu, you're not dead yet. This junior had good luck. I took a bad pill. And barely managed to crawl in. Ha ha ha. Providence. Brother Wen is truly our alliance's lucky star. Take this 100 herb soul reviving pill. Thank you, seniorly, for saving my life. This junior's integrity comes first. No reward. You go up and bring the treasure down. The sword is yours. The cultivation method belongs to Mr. Shui. The old man only needs the gold. Really? Fine. This junior will go get it. Haha. Going now. A withered tree meets spring snow. Thunder rumbles. The main host will appear later. Old Ghostly, didn't you say you wanted this sex golden token? Here, I'll get it for you. Senior. It's a misunderstanding. It's all a misunderstanding. The old man was blind to Mount Tai. I stumbled upon you seniors. The old man no longer wants this sect-s golden token. All the treasures belong to you seniors. There are still 500 mid-grade spirit stones in the old man's bag. As a token of filial piety to the seniors. I only beg you to treat the old man as if he were nothing. Old Ghostly, your acting is too clumsy. Ha 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 ha. Give it up. Seniors Wen Wu. This concubine was blind. No eyes. I beg the seniors to spare this concubine's life. As long as the seniors don't kill me, I am willing to offer a thread of my life soul. From now on, you seniors are my masters. My cultivation method is called the Plain Maiden-S Profound Ice Technique. Snow Fairy, you were right before. These Jedi are all used to fill pits. You've seen too many of my secrets. In the cultivation world, only the dead can keep secrets this well. Fine, take it. You can test the quality of this late-stage cultivation. Thunder Slash. Three consecutive full power strikes consumes nearly 20 of my essence. Good stuff. Such a fine Dharma treasure, take it out. Find any auction house. And it can be traded for sky-high sword array layout, plus the cultivation experience of the Xianxia sword sect's inner disciples. Brought a pillow. Those old vixens in Star City this little bit, they actually fulfilled the promise to deliver the Jedi. As expected, their essay catch. It's the mother-son soul-chasing curse. What an insidious calculation. Those old vixens in Star City. They never intended for us to live. Get the token. When you emerge from the abyss, you can lock me down instantly. I dreamed I was the upcoming teleportation array is one way. If you don't take the token, I'll have to find the ancient. Secret escape route. A secret escape route that can be found is the rumors of the 9 palaces. A private escape route. Though the damage will cause the coordinates to be completely scrambled, turning it into a random transmission. It's better than going out and being searched 10,000 times. Since the old guy likes to play dirty, I'll give you a big gift. Dare to use your consciousness to activate the positioning? This mutated thunder will blow you away along the connection. We'll see. Damn it. The damage to this formation is worse than I imagined. Can't you hold on? Sir? This is a variant of the primordial divine light. A very ruthless random transmission. One wave of unresolved mysteries after another. Does God really not give you a way out? Old man, it's up to you this time. The blood magnetic life-spinning force is stubborn enough. As long as I'm alive, it's fine. Witheredwood reincarnation. Melt into me. Finally stabilized. At the late stage of foundation building, it turned a natural death sentence. Since I can't fly out, then I'll melt the sword chi into my fists. Since I can't fly out, I'll settle it here. The harvest from this meteor abyss. What a terrifying power of ice. Mercy. It completely conflicts with the attributes of the transformation sword art I practice. Forced refinement. Persistence. In my view, if this sword merges with the mysterious golden pinnacle, it was born for me. 72 top-tier flying swords of the same origin aren't enough to impress me. Ancient demons of the Jidan period possess their bones are the ultimate material. Though I don't know any profound cultivation techniques. Transferring to the Intermediate Sword Academy this time, I learned a secret method that can melt ice with blood. As long as the materials are good enough, They can be forcibly fused into a sword embryo whose lethality is absolutely terrifying. To me, this nameless sub-island might be a Jedi's residence. But the massive atomic power stored here is simply a natural hammer. Road to Infinity. I don't know how much longer I'll be on this remnant island. But as long as I can refine the sword array into a preliminary prototype, even facing an old monster at the early stage of alchemy, I would dare to be tough. Ha 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 ha. Damn it. This alchemy stage. The hardness of the magic beast's bones far exceeds my expectations. This is the third time extracting star blood. If this continues, it's just laying the foundation. The later realms will collapse. The path of absolute spirit piercing has no spiritual, only the magnetic divine light tail hammer. Heartache. A living thing is approaching. This absolute temple. Something is still moving on the island. My formation is intact. The thing outside did smell by spiritual power. I forcibly cast the blood essence. The smell of blood attracted it. A third-grade top-tier monster. No. No demonic or spiritual power. It evolved through the physical body and devouring magnetism. A wild beast, damn it. The final moment of the bloody slaughter. Forced cut off. I have to endure the blood backlash. Return to cultivation. Want to eat me? You monster deserve to die too. What the hell? Even the thunder sword can't cut through its shell. What are you dazed for? Quickly cut the blood chain. This magnetic bead net can only trap him at most. Three breath bow and arrow. There are still living people in this Jedi. Anyway, 3 breaths are enough. Madman, you're actually dousing the sword embryo with poisonous stuff. The sword will be crippled instantly. Shut up. Golden sword array. Poison link. Sword array. What right do you have to speak out of turn? I'll crush you into pulp right now. Hee hee hee. What a ruthless descendant. Cruel to himself. Even crueler to others. Old man Gongsun. 50 years ago, my husband was also a premier player in this celestial city. Just because of greed. An ancient cultivation cave was caught in spatial and I finally ended up on this island. Since Senior is a master of cultivation, why did you end up like this? The net just now. But I wanted to wait until both the junior and this monster were defeated, taking advantage as the fisherman, without noticing. Kid, no need for honeyed words to trick the old man. With your frail appearance just now, if I really wanted to kill you, while you were practicing your counterattack, I'd have just thrown a handful of poison sand. The reason the old man saved you is that the old man saw that set of sword embryos using a third-grade spine as the main material, fused with top-tier evil spirits. It's enough to tear this place apart. Magnetic burst void array, a Dharma treasure. As long as you give this set of sword embryos to the old man, let the old man use the island's unique primitive and refine it together. We can break through the void and leave this hell. Senior Gongsun's kindness. This junior understands. However, this sword array cannot do without this junior's efforts. No one can drive it. Oh. The old man doesn't believe in evil. The old man will break your sword array. Seniors say the essence in your body was exhausted long ago. In these 50 years. In this desolate place. What have you seniors relied on to survive? Kid. Don't refuse a toast. Only to drink a forfeit. Since you won't hand it over voluntarily, the old man will take it himself. Want to eat me? Look at those old teeth. Are they harder than my sword? Brat. The old man's porcelain drill-like body has already taken shape. You can't break the old man's house. Senior Gongsun. You probably stayed on this island too long. Forget that old saying, the immortal realm never ends. Don't look down on a captive's trump card. I carved some small tricks for the old man to break the array, since you're so stubborn and crippled. You have no chance. Old guy. Taste the special ingredients I prepared for you. My body. My blood. What poison did you use? Senior Gongsun. Brute force is king. In this pack of cannibals in the immortal realm, this broken island doesn't let one feel safe. In this world of immortal cultivation, compared to the calculations of life and death, the breath of the dead is actually the most reassuring. This old guy. How many people has he eaten in 50 years? That unlucky soul who was. Randomly teleported over, roughly wielding atomic power. Truly a master's work. I hate it. This is a place where spiritual crises lurk everywhere. The center is fading every day. To survive. The old man could only kill and devour their flesh. Road to infinity. The old man spent 30 years traveling. It was by no means a natural death. There is an artificial seal on him, used to suppress the center's primitive geomagnetic fire eye. There are spatial fluctuations in the deepest part of the fire eye. There must be a large ancient teleportation array hidden there. That is the only way out. But I can't get in. There are millions of magnetic fire ants around the fire eye. The old man didn't have a powerful Dharma treasure. The old man had nothing. Gong Sun Yen. You lack a fierce warrior capable of tearing the sea apart. My golden sword array. With mystic gold evil energy to break armor, is exactly the nemesis of those magnetic fire ants. You are exhausted and cannot continue fighting, but I am different. As long as you can stay alive, as long as I can leave this place. What is this pain? Yes. The golden sword array has taken shape. Old man, you won't get a chance to experience the teleportation array. I laughed. Time to leave this rat hole. Go see those so-called ancient mutants. In this dump. It's either find a way out or find a way to die. A mixture of evil spirits and venom. To deal with these witless magic beasts, this is a dimensional reduction attack. These are the magnetic crystal fire ants. The number is terrifying. Even if the pill formation period is over, the protective shell would be devoured in an instant. One breath and you're eaten. If they had pounced on me at that speed just now, I wouldn't even have had a chance to draw my sword. Are they afraid of fire? No. They're called fire ants. How could they be afraid of ordinary flames? I see. The fire ants' shells are made of gold, belonging to or originating from underground fire is their absolute nemesis. As soon as they specialize in eating gold and iron. They turn into molten iron. Mystic magnetic earth fire does not distinguish between plants and trees. It is pure wood life. Use it. Forcibly generate a pure wood ignition line, connecting directly to the fire eye. It's a crazy plan. Once it fails, I will be burned to ashes. But I have no way out. Golden sword array. Make way for me. Big G sword array. Poison. Link. Well, the power of this sword array really didn't disappoint me. The amount of half an incense stick is enough. The ancient sword will be completely destroyed. Must hurry. Catch me. You're right, they feed on gold and iron. And have no interest in plants. Ah, get away from me. I can only hold my breath 10 times at most. It's almost about to explode. The shock absorber is going to explode. Finally survived. This is truly a deadly game. I escaped death by a hair. Specializing in binding the undead and Dharma tools, jumping into this well specifically for burning the array. Leave me this true essence. Jumping down turns you to blue smoke instantly. Ah. Specializing in binding spirits and magical artifacts, he leaped into this well designed for incinerating to cast his array, leaving me this essence. He vanished into blue smoke the moment he jumped. Ah. Wait, what is on my platform? An embryonic frost spirit sword. Water counters fire, ice counters fire. The Xianxia sword sect left the fire eye as a seal. The key must remain. Can we get out? Look at this. Let us go. Success is truly an ancient curse. 8 top-grade spirit stones. That is no small sum. Who is that? Such decisive methods. Truly a cold-hearted one. No wonder the moment you appeared at the hidden door meeting. False core pressure. A vixen who can scare the ghost hand. Introduce yourself. Old demon of the water mirror. We have known each other for a long time. It's you. Old demon crystal. How can you be here? Are you surprised? You fooled everyone at the hidden door meeting, but you cannot fool me. This old man, majoring in the water mirror spirit, can see through your bone age and blood chi at a single glance. A cultivator less than 40 years old could never possibly possess false core cultivation. Your intimidation tactics were camouflaged seamlessly. As for why this old man is here, it is because I am an insider of the Star City Elders Council. Every time this meteor abyss opens, whenever the random teleport coordinates of this nameless island appear, the Elders Council has a record. This old man used a singular treasure to cross the earth fire. I have been waiting here for 3 months. Now, all your secrets, all your storage bags, and that set of vine seeds, hand them all over. This old man will grant you a swift death. Old demon water mirror. 2 years ago, in the Black Sea outside Star City, I clearly used the Thunder Echo Sword chi to pierce through your brow and shatter your heart and soul. How could you possibly still be alive? Haha, you are surprised, aren't you? Your sword chi was truly heartless, leaving not a shred of vitality for this old man's primordial spirit. But you didn't know. In my early years, within an ancient ruin, I obtained an extremely eerie life-saving spell, Water Mirror Double Shadow. This old man once severed half his soul for this, spending 60 whole years to create such an avatar, identical to the original body. This avatar was the trump card this old man prepared to withstand and resist the heavenly tribulation. However, I never expected this trump card would fall by your hand. You ruined this old man's only hope of refining the pill. Over the past 6 months, this old man used it to refine all the insiders of the Star City Elders Council, searching the entire Starfield archipelago to finally discover your true identity. So you are just a body double. No wonder you, a greedy old fox, dared to kill me alone at sea. But old demon, since you know I can kill you, this avatar of yours with peak combat power, who gave you the courage today? I believe the original body can control me, daring to bluff even on the verge of death? Do you think this old man can't tell? Though your current aura has reached the late stage of foundation establishment, your blood chi is empty and your essence is exhausted. The brat who could evade the old man's water mirror now doesn't even have 30 of his combat power left. I'll kill you like a drowning dog. The old man is like a sack. Water mirroring you. Open. The air wash. No. This is a water domain mixed with heavy water vapor. Brother Wen, enjoy the taste of this old man's mysterious water array. Once the essence in your body is completely frozen, I will crush your bones piece by piece. Ha 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 ha. Want to devour me? Then let us see if your teeth are hard enough. The sword technique is indeed sharp, but water cuts continuously. The foul water clings to the sword blade, reducing its power by 60 in high-grade profound underworld pressure. Die. Die. Ha 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 ha. Senior. Water mirror. I yield. I yield. Have obtained the divine power. I will give you the gourd. And the secret technique of the purple gold thunder echo bamboo. In my storage bag, there is also an ancient sword array method. I'll give it all to you. Haha. At least you are sensible. There is still a spiritual seal on the storage bag. This brat dares to play tricks with the old man even at death's door? Release the seal. Otherwise, this old man will crush you to death instantly. This junior wouldn't dare. It's a bloodline seal. This junior must undo it personally. Senior. Come here. I can't take it anymore. You can't pull any tricks. Release the seal. Water and fire. Ice can freeze water. This is the strongest magic weapon of the ice attribute. You used it to blow me away. Earth fire. I said water and fire clash. Ice water old demon. Your heavy water array was too fragile. The gold sword array can't be used. The right arm is useless. True essence is also dry, but I still have one last card. Even without using spells today, I can still smash your dog head. Die for me. Ha 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 ha. Star City, you owe me a debt. One day, I will return in person to take it back with interest. This isn't a smooth teleportation at all. This is space-time transfer. Want to cripple me? Don't even think about it. There is spiritual energy. As long as there is spiritual energy, I can survive. Some are innocent, some are criminals. Must hide. The boss well, that massive spiritual energy surge just now came from around here. No monster seen. I see a half-dead kid. Hey, is he dead? Oh dear, oh dear. Senior, please forgive me. Senior, please forgive me. Third-level gas refining trash. Daring to come to Blackwater Cloud Algae seeking death. He is dirt poor. Look at the wound on his right arm. He won't survive the night. Him, leave. Let's go. Truly poor. But boss, we are hunting the peak second-tier ironclad crocodile. I'm worried we don't have a suitable bait. This junior is willing to surrender all my belongings. Please, for seniors, take this junior with you. This junior will repay you like an ox or a horse. He'll make perfect bait. This opportunity to help us lure out the evil. I'll deal with you once it's done. Junior, be obedient. Thank you for saving my life. Stop the nonsense. Take the pill. Heart-devouring 1,000-mechanism pill. Want to poison me? Simply walking into a trap. Be honest, be obedient. If you dare play tricks, I'll let you feel 10,000 things devouring your heart. Look at his half-dead state. Can he even run tomorrow? Tomorrow, sprinkle some beast-hiding powder on his wound and toss him into the swamp. The poisonous crocodile will surely bite when it smells blood. First, neutralize the extreme cold in the right arm. Must recover at least 50 combat power by tomorrow. You treat me as bait and fodder. But you have no idea what I hold in my hand. Tomorrow's swamp will surely be lively. Ah, thanks squad. I'll give you a big surprise tomorrow. Don't play dead, get up and scout. The path I missed. The time for the hunt has come. I'll skin you right now. Ugh, senior, stop hitting me. Kid, get up. A poor ghost's life is already hard enough. No matter how hard the life is. Once at the crocodile nest, he'll turn into meat paste. Stop. Black mud in front of you, dead abyss brat. It's time for you to go. Senior, you promised to take me out. What do you want? I will take you out. Beast hiding powder mixed with blood iron armor. The poisonous crocodile won't be able to resist. Alright, now get lost. Arg. This aura isn't peak second tier yet. He has already stepped halfway into the third. Ah, help. This monster is insane. Close quarters combat. Entering. His eyes and soft skin. The boss can't take it. Can't break the defense. Retreating is tricky. Save me, you bastard. Ah. No, don't come over. Are you finished? You're just a kid, how are you still alive? This kind of intimidation builds the foundation. Siphon some power from this monster. A worthy death. Gold sword array, strike. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. From now on, I demand your answers. Dare to lie. And I promise to make your death even more miserable. What is this place? How far from Star City? Where is the nearest market? This is the heart of the Blackwater Cloud Shroud, 30,000 miles from Star City. The nearest market is in Luoya City, 2 weeks to the east. Great. "30,000 miles. Luoya City. I, Wen Wu, have returned. Entrance fee, 10 coins. Low-quality snacks. Storage bag open. Check the wounded. Get in, and don't die in the city. Filthy streets. Finally safe. No grass at night, no fat for the horse. Windfall, no one gets rich. Water mirror double shadow and water mirror spirit soul. Splitting death substitution law. The path is severed, but this door can see through hypocrisy. Insight. The pupil art of true essence and my secret art. Exactly one for attack and one for defense. Extreme cold, sealed disarm torn by spatial turbulence. Big trouble. Forcibly melting the flesh will cause immediate collapse. It cannot be melted. Nor can you ignore it, since you cannot take it out by force, and the spatial rift cannot be repaired, then I won't repair it. Treating oneself as a furnace. This severed arm. Refining it directly into the main body of my great gold sword array, the manifestation profound gold evil. An unparalleled vicious sword possessing extreme frost spirit and spatial attributes. A hollow stone to stabilize the rift. And a gentle melting earth spirit, warm and blazing. These two things can only be found in the top-tier underground black market. It seems I must pay a visit to the local snake gang of Luoya City.